are making an announcement for the candidate because Aam Aadmi Party is asking for 10 seats from the Congress, and what we have learned, Congress is willing to give only 5 to 6 seats to Aam Aadmi Party. So that type of tussle between both Congress and Aam Aadmi Party is going on, and that type of discussion is also being continuing between both the party leaders. So let's see what will be outcome of these meetings which are being scheduled and which are being held between both the parties. Back to studio.
Right. Thank you so much, Gurpreet, for joining us with all those details. Of course, all eyes on that very crucial meeting that's coming up at 5 o'clock in the evening. Now, let's just get you more information regarding the Congress party. And this is in fact, there is an addition to the Congress party with an ex-Aam Aadmi Party minister who has now gone ahead and joined the Congress party in the countdown to the elections that will be held in Haryana. So we are now hearing of the Aam Aadmi Party leader joining the Congress party, a setback as far as the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi is concerned. The former Delhi minister joins the Congress. The ex-Delhi minister Rajendra Pal Gautam joins the Congress party amid alliance talks in Haryana. The Aam Aadmi Party leader has gone ahead and joined the Congress party, and in its resignation letter to Arvind Kejriwal, he accused the Aam Aadmi Party of ignoring the interests of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe under the pressure from the Bharatiya Janta Party's ideology. To accelerate the struggle for social justice and participation and involvement of Bahujan Samaj in all fields, I am resigning from all the posts and membership of the Aam Aadmi Party, is what he put out in a message on the social media platform X. Listen in.
मुझे आश्वासन देना पड़ता है हमको कि मैं टिकट की बात बढ़ेगी और उनकी हिम्मत बनानी पड़ती, तो मैं क्या करूं? मैं भी असहाय हूं, मैंने ईमानदार से काम किया है.
Just also cut across to my colleague Gurpreet, who is joining us. Gurpreet, when it comes to the countdown of Haryana, it is the chief minister who's trying to pacify the MIFT leaders when it comes to the BJP.
Well, yes, this is the damage control exercise which has already been initiated by the Chief Minister of Haryana, Naib Singh Saini. What we have learned, the party high command has already given clear-cut direction to the local leaders of Haryana that all the leaders who are turning a rebellion after not getting a ticket from the party, they should be immediately pacified. We have seen the tall leaders, and specifically the focus is on mass leaders. We have seen Ratia MLA, that Lakshman Das Napa, he has already joined Congress. We have seen Karandev Kamboj, the tall leader from Karnal. He has already shown his resentment and he has already put in his papers and given his resignation, and it gives a big jolt to the BJP party. And we have seen the Chief Minister of Haryana, Naib Singh Saini, he has visited his residence where he was trying to meet Karandev Kamboj so that they will be able to pacify. But from the video which we are showing to our viewers also, it is the clear-cut indication the resentment is still existing. When the Chief Minister has offered to shake his hand, he did not shake his hand, and he with the folded hand, he just crossed the Chief Minister. So somewhere down the line, it seems the BJP party is trying to pacify all these leaders. Let's see whether this exercise which is being done by the top leadership of the BJP, including the Chief Minister of Haryana, Naib Singh Saini, will be able to get success for pacifying these leaders and to keep them in the party or not, because the main dent which the BJP is suspecting at this point of time, they feel if these leaders are not going to be pacified and keep in the party, they will join the other party, and that will dent the BJP prospects in the Haryana polls for retaining the power. The way they are feeling, they will be able to make once again government in the state of Haryana. This is the hat-trick. They are looking for the hat-trick in the state. So these are the ground situation which they are trying to deal with. But a lot of resentment, multiple resignation have been given yesterday when they were upset. They were not being allotted ticket to the specific constituency, and that was the core reasons why they are expressing their grievances before the party and on the social media platform also. Back to studio.
Right, thank you so much, Gurpreet. And amid that alliance talks as far as Haryana is concerned, now what's really happened is that a leader from the Aam Aadmi Party has gone ahead and joined the Congress Party. And to get more on this, in terms of there was a resignation letter that was put in by the leader to the Chief Minister of Delhi. He has accused the Aam Aadmi Party of ignoring the interest when it comes to the scheduled caste under the pressure from the BJP's ideology. And he's also gone on to say that he's resigning from all posts and membership of the Aam Aadmi Party. And we have Ishika joining us on the phone line to get us more on this. Ishika, when it comes to Rajendra Pal Gautam, he has not just resigned from the Aam Aadmi Party, he's gone ahead and joined the Congress Party.
But yes, in fact, as you rightly mentioned, now we are seeing that it is certainly a setback for the Aam Aadmi Party because their leader and also the former minister in the Delhi government, Rajendra Pal Gautam, has in fact today joined the Congress Party. And after joining the Congress Party, he said that the main reason for resigning from the Aam Aadmi Party was in fact that Bahujan Samaj was not getting representation from the Aam Aadmi Party. He said that he had in fact spoken to the top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party and had pushed for this, but he waited for over 2 years. But, no such representation could be seen when the Aam Aadmi Party was in fact sending, the names even for Rajya Sabha. So after that, he said that he has taken this decision to join the Congress Party today. Now, also he went on to say that if there is any possibility of an alliance between the Congress Party and the Aam Aadmi Party for the Delhi elections next year, then certainly he will again be pushing for this. So certainly now what we are seeing, that keeping in mind that Delhi elections are going to happen next year, it is certainly a setback for the Aam Aadmi Party. Over to you.
Right, Ishika, thank you so much for joining us with those details. And let's get you the latest from Jammu and Kashmir, and that's Amit Shah, the Home Minister, who will be releasing the manifesto of the BJP for the upcoming elections. This is Amit Shah, who is on a 2-day visit. He's set to release the poll manifesto for Jammu and Kashmir, which is facing rising challenges before the assembly elections, including protests and defection as well. Now, Amit Shah will be there today as well as tomorrow. Today, the manifesto is expected to be released at about 4 o'clock. Tomorrow, he will officially launch the BJP's campaign in Jammu, where he's scheduled to address a city rally as well. The first phase of elections will see 219 candidates in the fray, which is scheduled to take place on the 18th of September. He will be the first assembly election in Jammu and Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370. Do remember, he's one of the 40 star campaigners who will be in J&K, including the Prime Minister as well as Rajnath Singh and JP Nadda. All will be there campaigning in Jammu and Kashmir, but it is Amit Shah, the Home Minister, who is kick-starting with the manifesto that will be released at about 4 o'clock. That's going to be taking place today. Tomorrow, the party's campaign will be released by the Home Minister. So a lot planned over the, between today and tomorrow as far as the Home Minister is concerned. But this comes at a time when there are many challenges that are also being faced when it comes to the party just before the elections, including the protests and defections after ticket denials. Amit Shah will officially launch the BJP's campaign, and that's going to be taking place in Jammu tomorrow. The Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 2-day visit. He is going to be releasing the manifesto of the BJP in Jammu today. And this is, Amit Shah there talking about, in fact, the situation. He's going to be seeing how prepared Jammu and Kashmir is in terms of, witnessing. He's also gone on to say that, Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing a new era of peace and development under the Modi government, and the region has transformed from a terrorist hotspot into a tourist hotspot, is what he was said. He has gone on to say today, just before launching the manifesto. We have Nazir joining us. Nazir, lots planned over the next 24 to 48 hours. Take us through what all can we expect.
Well, Home Minister Amit Shah is visiting Jammu and Kashmir for 2 days, and he's launching kick-starting BJP's election campaign here, while the local leaders are already in the campaigning mode, and so are some of the national leaders, but he's the top leaders of the BJP who is coming to kickstart the election campaigning by releasing the manifesto of the BJP, which is a very crucial thing for any party to release and tell them what is their roadmap, and they call it Sankalp Patra. And by at around 4 p.m. today, Home Minister Amit Shah would be releasing BJP's manifesto. What is expected? BJP may promise the restoration of the statehood, which the senior leaders told us a few days back, that since the Prime Minister himself has promised restoration of statehood, it would be part of it. They would be also talking about the good governance, security, safety and peace, employment and all those things. So BJP has been already targeting the opposition, saying, look, if they come to power, they will push the Jammu and Kashmir back to the era of violence and the dark days of the terror. But the opposition hits back and says, look, you should be blamed for allowing militancy to spread in Jammu, which was completely free from militancy. So you need to answer. Having said that during 2-day visit, Home Minister will be, Amit Shah will be holding brainstorming session with the top BJP leaders and RS leaders in Jammu this evening. And tomorrow he will be addressing a election rally as well in Jammu. So BJP's challenges have been there, particularly after distribution of tickets. There have been some leaders who have not been annoyed, not happy. Some clearly raised the banner of revolt. That has been the case with the several other parties, including Congress and the National Conference and PDP also. So that is also happening in election time. Every party faces its dissensions when they distribute tickets. But in Jammu, which is the main bastion of the BJP, they are hoping to do well. And the challenges are very serious. And Home Minister, before addressing the rally, he is strategizing how to contest these elections and how to win maximum seats in this election.
Right, Nazir, thank you so much. All eyes are on the release of the manifesto of the BJP by the Home Minister, and that's going to be taking place at 4 o'clock in the evening. And in more news, staying with the news from J&K, for the first time in 3 decades, a woman who's a Kashmiri Pundit is set to contest elections. Daisy Raina is contesting on the ticket of the Republican Party of India from Pulwama. And her contest has reflected a change as far as the situation on the ground is concerned. She's among 9 women candidates to try their luck in the upcoming elections. Raina was working in a private company in Delhi before coming back to her base in 2021. My colleague Nazir has the details.
Well, Republican Party of India has fielded just one candidate in Kashmir for assembly elections. That is a Kashmiri Pundit woman, Daisy Raina. And Daisy Raina is contesting from Rajpura Assembly constituency in Pulwama. She was elected unopposed as a Panchayat Sarpanch in 2020 Panchayat by elections.
जैसे कि एक पार्टी का सिर्फ एक ही आप उम्मीदवार हैं, तो ये कैसे मुमकिन हुआ?
ये कैसे मुमकिन हुआ कि मैं मजबूर, यहाँ के यूथ ने मुझे मजबूर किया कि आप ही बनिए, हमारी आवाज़ असेंबली तक पहुँचाइए।
जी जी।
तो जो यहाँ पे मैं काम कर रही थी एज ए सरपंच, लेकिन मैं साइड में यूथ से मिलती थी, उनको घर पे बुलाती थी, उनके दर्द सुनती थी कि जो वो सफ़र कर रहा हमारा यूथ अभी, जिसका कोई कसूर ही नहीं था, जो 90 में बारन हुआ है, वो 90s से आज तक उसने बेचारे ने बचपन से गोलियां ही देखी है।
हाल ही में आपके जो पार्टी के लीडर हैं रामदास
अठावले
जी वो यहाँ आए थे।
जी जी।
तो उसने उसमें कहा था कि ये स्टेटहुड जल्दी रिस्टोर होना चाहिए, इलेक्शन से पहले।
जी जी।
तो क्या है, उसी वक्त फैसला हुआ कि आपको इलेक्शन लड़ना है?
नहीं, उस वक्त नहीं हुआ फैसला। मेरे मन में ही नहीं था कि मैं इलेक्शन लड़ूंगी। मुझे ऐसे यहाँ पे यूथ बोल रहे थे, मैडम एक दिन का सीएम बनो ना, आप ये पुलवामा ठीक करके दो।
तो ठीक है, लेकिन पुलवामा में देखो बड़ा बदनाम है पुलवामा, वैसा
बदनाम तो नहीं है, बदनाम हमने किया है। बदनाम कहाँ है? काम तो अच्छा हो रहा है, सब सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स, मेरा तो इजीली काम हो रहा है। बदनाम हम लोगों ने किया।
तो जब आप सरपंच थी तो कोई मुश्किल तो नहीं हुई आप कश्मीर?
मुझे कोई मुश्किल ही
जब
नहीं।
आपकी पंडित बरादरी में यहाँ लोग नहीं रह रहे हैं, लेकिन आप
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। मैं यहाँ काम करने आई थी तो विदाउट सिक्योरिटी में पुलवामा में घूमती थी। मेरे पास पीएसओज नहीं थे, लोगों ने पीएसओज रखे थे, वो रखा था, मैंने नहीं रखे थे पीएसओज वगैरह। मैं 4 साल से यहाँ पे काम कर रही थी और मैंने यहाँ शिवलिंग भी स्थापित किया पुलवामा में, तुसले गाँव में। मुझे मुसलमानों ने ही बोला कि चक्कर थे, बुजू खाना बनाया, जामिया में ये चीज़ किया, नलके लगाए, ट्यूबवेल्स लगाए, ये सारे ग्रेवयार्ड्स किए, अब तो हिंदुओं का भी करो कुछ ताकि वो नाराज ना हो जाए। मुझे अपने पैसे से लेना पड़ा जयपुर से वहाँ पे वो शिवलिंग, और यहाँ स्थापित करना पड़ा शिवलिंग, जबकि वहाँ हिंदू कोई रहता ही नहीं था।
And let's just switch tracks to Kolkata now. And the Supreme Court has dismissed a plea by the former principal of the Arjikor College. This is Sandeep Ghosh's plea in regard to this tenure. He is during his tenure on the 9th of August, a woman doctor was raped and murdered in the hospital building, claiming that the High Court's order for the CBI probe into corruption issues while refusing to make him a party was in fact, when we talk about the Chief Justice of India, who has gone on to say that there was in terms of the PIL seeking the probe into the corruption in the disposal of the biomedical waste, and that, regarding the irregularities, do remember that, he had appealed in a court today as far as Sandeep Ghosh is concerned. Also his house got raided today in connection with the financial irregularities. In fact, so the principal, the former principal, Sandeep Ghosh, that had removed the court against the CBI probe into the corruption case. He approached the Supreme Court challenging the Calcutta High Court's decision that ordered a CBI investigation into his alleged financial irregularities. Now, staying with news from Kolkata, in the rape and murder case, the victim's mother wrote a letter on the occasion of Teachers' Day. Through a letter, she appealed to the society for their support in her fight for justice, while thanking the teachers that helped, her daughter in becoming a doctor. So while she thanked all the teachers for helping her daughter achieve her dreams of becoming a doctor, she wrote a letter in which she said that, "I'm the mother of the poor deceased. I pay my respects to all the teachers on behalf of my daughter. Since childhood, her dream was to become a doctor, and you were the driving force behind the dream. As her guardians, we were with her. We worked very hard, but I believe that because she had great teachers like you, she was able to achieve her dream of becoming a doctor." So she is now asking for the support of everyone in her fight for justice. And the Enforcement Directorate conducted raids at the residence of Sandeep Ghosh, the former principal of the Arjikor Hospital. Ghosh was arrested by the CBI on Tuesday in connection with alleged irregularities at the hospital during his tenure. The West Bengal government suspended him as he was placed in police custody for 8 days. The ED officials had to wait for 3 hours before they could enter the residence of the former principal. The house was locked when the officials got there. Saurabh joining us. Saurabh, multiple raids that took place early this morning, not just his own residence, but other locations, including Howrah.
Well, these raids have been taking place in connection with the investigation into the alleged financial irregularities. The ED also stepping in after the CBI, and the premise is that if there are allegations of financial irregularities, then there will be proceeds of crime, and if there are proceeds of crime, there is a chance that there will be money laundering, and that's why the ED gets involved. But let me tell you, this is all in connection with the case of investigation of the financial irregularities against Sandeep Ghosh. But the larger focus really has to be on the main case, which has been handed over to the CBI, which is the investigation of the rape and murder. Earlier, there were several allegations made on social media, including whether some of the accused are being shielded, whether there are others involved in the crime. All of these allegations have to be looked into by the CBI, but the CBI hasn't really made any public comment on the progress of the investigation in that case. The CBI says this is a court-monitored investigation and they will share whatever updates they have to with the court. However, in the absence of credible, verified information on the progress of the investigation in the public domain, what has happened is there has been misinformation and fake news and a lot of wrong information floating around. And that is something that also many have flagged. However, the hearing where some clarity was expected on the investigation or the progress of investigation in the Supreme Court, that also got postponed. So obviously there are multiple, angles to this story. One, of course, is the investigative part. One is, of course, what happens now in terms of Sandeep Ghosh and, all the raids that are taking place against him. But largely one question that everybody perhaps will be asking and will want to ask is that, is this financial irregularities in any way linked to this horrific crime at Arjikor, which has led to so much outrage and genuine specific anger? So far, the investigation or the updates on the investigation haven't suggested this at all. So if there is something like this, that is also up to the CBI to investigate and bring into the public domain.
Right, Saurabh, thank you so much for getting us all those details. Switching tracks now, the Supreme Court has issued a notice to the centre and the government in Bihar on a petition challenging the High Court's order striking down a hike in the reservation in Bihar to 65%, but has not imposed a stay for now. The Rashtriya Janta Dal, which is the principal opposition party in Bihar, had moved the top court against Bihar High Court's verdict on the increased reservation from 50 to 65%, for which was passed after a caste survey last year. Reacting to the development in the Supreme Court, the RJD has gone on to say that it will continue to fight for reservation and the rights of the deprived. So the Supreme Court, as far as the Supreme Court, they're issuing has sought responses from the centre as well as the government in Bihar regarding the plea against the Patna's High Court ruling that nullified the amended reservation laws as far as the state of Bihar is concerned. These amendments had increased the quotas as far as the scheduled caste is concerned, the backward classes, from 50% to 65%. The High Court declared them unconstitutional, violating the equality clause. So we have, in fact, Prabhakar joining us to get us more on this. Prabhakar, take us through the details.
See, this is a political battle. This is a battle which was playing out in Supreme Court. And remember, it started when government of Bihar, JDU government, actually conducted a caste survey here. And then based on the outcomes of the caste survey, it had increased the reservation quota from 50% to 65%. That was challenged in High Court, and High Court Patna maintained that the state government is beyond the prerogative of the state government actually to break the upper ceiling of the reservation, which is 50%, and it was down. So the 50% reservation quota remains. Now that was challenged by RJD, and there is also a separate petition by JDU, which has also challenged the Patna High Court order, which had stayed the increase in the reservation quota. Now, what today Supreme Court has done is that it has refused to stay the order of the High Court, which effectively means that the 65% reservation quota would not come under play. It would not be effective, and it would be 50% reservation quota, which was there always, would be maintained. So, and now Supreme Court has also maintained that there are two petitions in this particular case, one by the RJD, other by the JDU. So both the petitions would be clubbed together, and then the hearing would happen. So as of now, the Patna High Court order of staying the increase in the reservation quota, that has been stayed by Supreme Court, and that continues, and it will be a legal battle which will be now fought in the Supreme Court now.
Thank you so much, Prabhakar, for getting us those details. And with that, we're slipping in a very short break. Back with a whole lot more. Just stay with us.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
Stay informed and entertained
with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
You have seen their blockbusters. Now meet the legends.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
New day, new show, a new experience. New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
You have seen their blockbusters. Now meet the legends.
साहब वो गाने जो पहले होते थे 50-60 में, अब वो नहीं होते। गानों को क्या हो गया?
for the first time in decades on a news TV network.
When you were giving blockbuster after blockbuster, when stars like Amitabh Bachchan were, being created.
You don't create Amitabh Bachchan, you discover it.
जो आइकॉनिक जोड़ी बनी सलीम जावेद की, वो डेस्टिनी नहीं है तो ये हार्ड वर्क है आप लोग दोनों की ये आप लोग दोनों की हार्ड वर्क है।
देखिए, हार्ड वर्क का मतलब ये नहीं है anybody who doesn't believe in destiny doesn't mean that he controls everything. I don't believe in destiny, but I don't have any delusion that I control everything.
सलीम जावेद ने जब स्क्रिप्ट लिखी, राइटर्स थे, तो उनका नाम हुआ, उसके बाद किसी राइटर का नाम क्यों नहीं?
इतना किसी का रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं था ना।
Real stars of Bollywood, Salim Javed join NDTV for an exclusive conversation.
So we can break some news to our viewers that Salim Javed will be returning very soon.
Come back.
Coming soon.
Come back. Coming soon.
Come back of Salim Javed.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you.
Welcome back. Let's get you news from Madhya Pradesh. A very disturbing and shameful incident has been reported from Ujjain, sparking quite an outrage. A video showing a woman being raped on the road has gone completely viral, causing widespread public anger and prompting swift action from local authorities. The accused now has been arrested. The young man lured the woman by promising to marry her. He offered her alcohol, but then ended up raping her and fleeing from the spot. My colleague Anurag has the details.
Yes, a shocking incident from Ujjain where a 45-year-old woman was raped in broad daylight in a busy tri-section of Koila Phatak area. If I can tell you about the this location, it has a big hospital, a petrol pump and a liquor shop in that particular area. So one of the accused raped the woman in broad daylight and a person kept filming the entire incident. Nobody came to help her out. He was busy in filming the video and then made the video viral. Ujjain is a city where lakhs of devotees come on a daily basis to offer prayer at Lord Mahakal. We believe that the security should be tightened and the police should remain vigilant in Ujjain 24/7. But in this case, clearly this is not happening there in Ujjain. And if you remember, few years back, last year, minor was raped in Ujjain and she kept on asking for help. She went from door to door, but nobody helped her. This puts a question mark on the efficiency of the Madhya Pradesh police, and the opposition is also asking the same question from the government because as per the NCRB data, Madhya Pradesh is the third most unsafe state as far as the security of women is concerned in India.
Thank you so much, Anurag, for joining us with those details. And switching tracks to Karnataka now, and a woman in Bengaluru was harassed and allegedly slapped by an Ola auto driver after she cancelled her ride that was booked through the ride-hailing app. A video of the altercation shared on social media shows the auto driver and the woman arguing, during which he even tries to snatch her phone. My colleague Pratibha has the details.
Well, this is shocking, no doubt, and this is not the first time that Bengaluru witnesses such kind of road rage incidents. But then what happens is that most of the commuters, because of peak hours as well as the unsurmountable traffic that Bengaluru is always famous or infamous for rather, most of the commuters seem to be booking rides at the same time. So they would opt for several other ride-hailing platforms and book the cabs or the autos at the same time to ensure that there would be one person who would reach on time and they would hail that particular cab or auto. That's exactly what has happened here. She's booked two autos simultaneously, and the one that first arrived is what she opted for and the other one she cancelled. But then what has enraged the second auto driver is that he has come there, and just when he was reaching the spot is when the ride has been cancelled. The loss of money is also something that he is seen talking about in the video, and what is absolutely unparliamentary or uncalled for here is the fact that he has abused her, allegedly snatched her phone as well as slapped her. What we hear is that the police have initiated action. They have detained the auto driver Muturaj, who is 46 years old, and the Ola, the ride-hailing app here that was used, they have also responded on social media platform, ensuring that there would be proper action that would be taken against the accused here. The need of the hour is definitely to ensure that these ride-hailing apps function efficiently, because more often than not, these cabs or auto drivers would cancel the rides, and when they can do it, why not the commuter, is also a question that is being raised at this point in time. The need of the hour is also to make sure that there is some kind of action that is initiated as far as these road rage incidents are concerned and as far as the traffic in Bengaluru is concerned.
Right, very shocking incident for sure. Thank you so much, Pratibha, for getting us all those details. Switching tracks now, a sudden heavy spell of rain at about 7 o'clock in the morning left several parts of the Delhi-Gurugram areas absolutely waterlogged. Roads have turned into rivers and disrupted the morning commute for thousands. Well, when you take into account this is, the rain fury that we're seeing is very unseasonal, given the fact that it's the month of September when monsoon starts to wrap up from the northern part of the country, especially from Delhi. By the 15th, monsoon makes its way out, and here we are on the 6th of September, and the kind of downpour that one witnessed early this morning, it was coming down very, very heavy, which left to, as you can see on your visuals, led to waterlogging and severe traffic jams.
Right now we're at sector 51 in Gurugram, where after a heavy rain spell we can see how the streets here are waterlogged, and clearly traffic issues are being seen here, because we can clearly see how this road, this is sector 51 road that connects several parts of sector 51 to Gurugram. Let me tell you, this also connects to Sohna Road and South City 2, where Park Hospital is situated. This is a prominent road that people use every day, and we can clearly see that traffic jam-like situation has risen here. Traffic police officials are deployed here, and they are trying to take control of the traffic issue. But we can clearly see that the commuters here are clearly being very much inconvenienced and are wondering as to when they will get relief from this situation. This is not the first time, and after a heavy rain spell we are seeing such dramatic visuals from Gurugram, but every time when rain lashes several parts of the city, we can clearly see waterlogging situation rising here and clearly causing a lot of inconvenience to the people who are living here or are commuting via this road. Let me show you some more visuals. We can see that water is seeping out of the drainage, which is clearly a big question on the city drainage, and infrastructure here. And right now also we talk to a lot of people who are clearly saying that they are getting late for their office and they do not know what to do in such situations, because this is not the first time they have been facing it, but quite a lot of time whenever rain lashes several parts of Delhi-NCR and Gurugram, this kind of a situation arises in Gurugram, and people are forced to be stuck in traffic and be inconvenienced in such a situation, where you can clearly see what kind of a problem we are seeing here, with vehicles finding it very difficult to navigate because of heavy water that is being seen here. And we can also see a lot of people who are getting late and are very much frustrated as to when they will reach the destination for which they left their home today. With camera person Kamal Khan, this is Anushka for NDTV.
Right, and with that, we're slipping into a very short break. Back with a whole lot more on the other side with my colleague Rika.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
And the Lal Baksha Raja idol of Ganesh was unveiled ahead of Ganesh Chaturthi. Devotees visiting there for a darshan during the 10-day festival.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides. resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate, let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate, let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat.
Hello and welcome to News at 1. I'm your host Rika Roy. There is political heat all around the country because elections are approaching in several states. We will get you all the news and also what's happening around the country. But first up, headlines at this hour. Haryana dangal heats up ahead of polls. Vinesh Phogat, Bajrang Punia to join Congress today. Vinesh and Bajrang will join Congress at Kharge's residence. It's countdown to Haryana polls. CM Saini tries to pacify leaders who are angry because not having got tickets. He meets former Minister Karandev Kamboj. First list of the election sparks trouble in Haryana BJP. Shocker from Madhya Pradesh's Ujjain. An intoxicated woman is raped on the road. Police has arrested the accused. Enforcement Directorate raids Arjikar ex-principal's home in graft case. Supreme Court dismisses ex-principal's plea challenging CBI case. The victim's mother writes an emotional letter, asks for support in her fight. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi is at the NDTV Sustainability Mission Summit. He says renewable energy is at the heart of India's growth. He says massive spending. There is massive spending, and spending has increased in sustainable energy sector. Union Minister also reiterates the government's promise India will be leader in green hydrogen. There should be no politics on sustainability, is what he says.
अगर कोई भी
A top story, PM Modi is in Gujarat. He is launching a mega water project called Jal Sanchay Jal Bhagidari Mission. It's an initiative to boost water conservation. Let's listen into the PM.
इसलिए सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर की दिशा में हमारी सरकार ड्रिप इरिगेशन जैसी तकनीकों को लगातार बढ़ा रही है। पर ड्रॉप मोर क्रॉप जैसे अभियान, इनसे पानी की बचत भी हो रही है। कम पानी वाले इलाकों में किसानों की आय भी बढ़ रही है। सरकार दलहन, तिलहन और मिलेट जैसी कम पानी की खपत वाली फसलों की खेती को भी बढ़ावा दे रही है। कुछ राज्य जल संरक्षण के लिए वैकल्पिक फसलों पर किसानों को इंसेंटिव भी दे रहे हैं। मेरा आग्रह है, इन प्रयासों को और गति देने के लिए सभी राज्यों को साथ आना चाहिए, मिशन मोड में काम करना चाहिए। खेतों के पास तालाब, सरोवर बनाना, रिचार्ज वेल बनाना, हमें कई नई तकनीक के साथ ऐसे पारंपरिक ज्ञान को भी बढ़ावा देना होगा।
Now we go over to shift our focus to Haryana elections, and the Haryana dangle is heating up. Wrestlers are joining the Congress party today. Vinesh Phogat, Bajrang Punia, there on your screen, a picture with Rahul Gandhi. Both of them will be joining the Congress party. They will be joining at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. In fact, we can give our viewers the news that Vinesh Phogat will contest from Julana and Bajrang Punia will contest from Badli. I'm joined by my colleague Aishwarya for more on the story. Aishwarya, would you say it's not surprising that they are joining the Congress party, given that, you know, we'd even earlier seen pictures of Bajrang Punia with Rahul Gandhi on the mat, and when Vinesh Phogat came back from Paris Olympic Games after not having won her medal, there were clear indications that she was going to be taking a plunge into politics.
Well, Bharatiya Janata Party is not surprised at all, because the moment photographs of Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia came out after meeting Rahul Gandhi, it was Bharatiya Janata Party was quick enough to comment on the wrestlers joining the Congress party. It was Manohar Lal Khattar, former Chief Minister of Bharatiya Janata Party of Haryana, I beg your pardon, and current Union Minister, stated that this was due because these wrestlers' protest was politically motivated, according to them, and it was Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat, both two of the wrestlers who had led the entire protest on the streets of national capital against the alleged assault against female wrestlers when it comes to Bhushan Sharan Singh. Apparently after that we saw how Bajrang Punia, Vinesh Phogat and Sakshi Malik appeared in several Khap Panchayats and addressed several of those rallies in Haryana as well. Although it was Vinesh Phogat who earlier stated that she wanted to continue her wrestling, and we saw how after Paris Olympics and she was denied the medal after that controversy, it was her who arrived in the national capital, and Deependra Singh Hooda, senior Congress leader from Haryana, welcomed her, and several Congress leaders also accompanied the wrestler along with Bajrang Punia, and the huge roadshow was seen from Delhi to Haryana. Now today it's the confirmation that is coming in from the Congress party that both the top wrestlers will be joining the Congress party at 2:30 p.m. at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence at Rajaji Marg, and this will be accompanied by senior leaders of the Congress party as well. It is Congress party who will be announcing the 28
I have one more
which,
question. Aishwarya, I have one more question for you. Well, this is definitely going to be a different dynamic, different field of play for both the wrestlers. Tell us, what kind of support both of them expect to garner in their respective constituencies, because yes, they are huge names, they are celebrities, because politics is a very different ball game.
Well, there were two camps that was seen in the wrestling fraternity as far as Haryana is concerned. On one side, we saw how Yogeshwar Dutt and Babita Phogat supported the Bharatiya Janata Party and were not the part of this wrestling agitation and the protest that broke out. On the other side, there were several wrestlers who went on the streets, and that was more or less supported by the India Alliance, specifically Congress party in Haryana as well. Now, the Jat voters, specifically in these constituencies where these wrestlers hails from Charki Dadri and other constituency where now the names are emerging as well as Julana, and from where Bajrang Punia will fight, there are a group of Jat communities which are in support of these wrestlers. Perhaps what we have been told that Bharatiya Janata Party might field Babita Phogat, which is something that the confrontation Vinesh Phogat should wanted to avoid as far as the cousins battle is concerned.
So Aishwarya, tell our viewers what are the chances of us seeing a Phogat versus Phogat, two sisters battling out on the election pitch?
Well, this is going to be interesting because the last there is the last list which is coming as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, and also the Congress has to release the 28 candidates list. We have been told that there had been principally arrangements that have been made between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party as well in the Haryana state. Now, whether in this last list of Congress Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party there would be Babita Phogat who could be announced from the same constituency where Vinesh Phogat is going to contest is very, very interesting to see. But that is something that the Phogat family clearly has been saying that they wanted to avoid this confrontation between the cousins. But yes, on Twitter, on different platforms, we have seen these wrestlers coming out against each other. Babita Phogat was very vocal against this wrestlers, against this protest, which was led by the wrestlers. They have been saying that the law and order will take its own course. But certainly, if this happens, then this would be a very, very interesting battle that we can see in the
Aishwarya, tell our viewers a little bit about the connect that Vinesh Phogat has with Julana and Bajrang has with Badli. What really is their connection with these two regions of Haryana?
Well, after Vinesh Phogat got married, her in-laws hails from this particular constituency, and a lot of relatives of the Phogat family also hails from these constituencies. So a massive support already being there. We had spoken to several of the local leaders as well. They clearly had stated that the major focus would be to consolidate the Jat voters among these, and therefore the reason, perhaps when asked that what is the homework that had been done by these family members of the family members of Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia, they clearly had stated that for a very long time they had been associated with the Khap Panchayats, and also there had been different rallies in which they had taken part as far as the homework that they have done, and influential family over there, they can have a winnability factor over there, and therefore the reason the Congress is batting on Vinesh Phogat as far as this these constituencies are concerned. But remember, it is a sharp move because the Congress also wanted to keep this momentum of the anti-incumbency that the Bharatiya Janata Party is facing in Haryana as well. And looking at the entire protest that had come forward, this move of these wrestlers joining Congress Party and fighting in the upcoming polls is certainly just not limited to these polls, but also they wanted to take it forward against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
And there is tug of war over tickets. Do stay on with us. There's tug of war over tickets in Haryana Congress. The central leadership CEC meeting will be held at 5 p.m. today. There's a problem on more than 24 seats. Before that, a subcommittee meeting will also be held. Brainstorming has been going on for the last several days. The Congress High Command is also cautious about the rebellion that has happened after the release of BJP's list. Now a decision also has to be taken on Congress AAP alliance. An important meeting of Congress will happen this evening. I'm also joined by my colleague Sunil Prabhu, but let me go over to Aishwarya. Aishwarya, it's not just BJP that's facing the anger of a lot of disgruntled elements within the party who've been left out in the list, but Congress also is being very cautious about who to give tickets, who not to offer tickets, because they are wanting to avoid a rebellion similar to BJP.
Well, the Congress CEC is at 5 p.m. and that will be deciding the final list and the outcome of those candidates from the Congress party as far as Haryana is concerned. But the alliance between the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party principally had been agreed with the senior leaders, while the Aam Aadmi Party had asked for at least 10 seats in Haryana, which the Congress party had agreed to give at least 5 to 7 seats. And that has been now come to the final showdown. As far as, the Congress party is concerned, Deepak Babaria, who is the in charge and senior leaders also had stated that they are going with the winnability factor as far as Haryana polls are concerned, and each seat had been discussed and decided by the senior leadership as far as the CEC is concerned. So whether 5 or whether 7 seats is going to be given to Aam Aadmi Party is something that remains to be seen, but that is something that the agreement has come down. 28
Aishwarya, let me also go over to Sunil, and Sunil, thank you very much for joining us. How tricky will it be for the senior Congress leaders now to do this balance of seats and sharing the seats between Congress as well as Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, in a seat sharing, it's always going to be a give and take, and it's going to be difficult because if you want to have unity of opposition forces, and that's something that Rahul Gandhi has indicated, and the lessons that have been learned from 2014 to 2019, it's in that backdrop that there will definitely be a lot of give and take. So having said that, the Congress at present is walking a tightrope, but they are, paying good cop as well as bad cop in their negotiations with the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party also, if they want to remain relevant in Haryana politics, they haven't really had much of a presence in the various state assembly elections. It's just that now that they are in power in Delhi as well as in Punjab, and those bordering states, they're trying to extract because they have some influence. They're hoping to be able to get a few seats. The question is how many? And as I've been saying right from day one, when the negotiations started, it's extremely difficult. The Congress leaders are not ready to concede to the AAP any seats, be it Mr. Hooda, be it Kumari Salja, be it Mr. Randeep Surjewala, or anybody in the Congress party who matters in Haryana. because they feel that they're in a commanding position. Having said
Right.
that, these are definitely issues that need to be looked at its entirety. And I think in the next few hours, we are hoping before the CEC meets, and they will take stock and they'll be able to finalize some kind of seat-sharing pact with the Aam Aadmi Party if they are ready to be realistic at this present juncture.
Sunil, while Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia are two very big wrestlers and very popular faces, celebrities in their own rights, but how much acceptance will they have as individuals within the party? And the reason I'm asking you is because to be able to win the elections, they need the support of the party, they need the support of the organization. Do you think they will have the support of the organization to power them through?
Oh, definitely. They are definitely now for the Congress. This is a big face of the campaign. Both the wrestlers have been the face against sexual harassment. What's the plank? Why is Rahul Gandhi, even before they formally joined the Congress party, tweeted the photograph of them together?
Right.
The reason is simple: because of the atrocities against women. If the Prime Minister or Narendra Modi, or for that matter, Home Minister Amit Shah, or anybody in the BJP talk about women's power, what is their status vis-a-vis Brijesh, the Wrestling Federation chairperson? And these people have been on the streets. You've seen how the Delhi police has acted against them and lathi charged and pulled them last year. They have also been active in terms of the farmers' agitation. This has been a huge build-up for the last few months, if not for a year. And it's in that backdrop that they will definitely have the backing of the organization, of the people, and sports plays a very critical role in Haryana.
Right.
And they are definitely a big factor in this entire exercise.
So, Sunil, we are also reporting the two regions from where they are going to be fielded. Tell us a little bit about the connect that, both Vinesh and Bajrang have with the respective areas from where they are going to be fielded.
Well, if you see Vinesh and the way Dipender Hooda and both, got a hero's welcome as she returned back from the wrestling after the Paris Olympics. That's a clear case of what is the kind of mood and, the kind of uprising in terms of the people that they have out there. So it's definitely, she's got a hero's welcome, a parade which is rare to be given to somebody who hasn't been able, who was disqualified, who wasn't been able to get the required, the gold medal that she was hoping to.
Right,
and it's in that backdrop that she has a huge connect with the people of Haryana.
Very interesting there, and because there are a lot of medalists who come out of the state of Haryana, sports definitely will play an important role in the backdrop of these elections, and these are two of country's biggest sporting faces, Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia, the medalists from the Tokyo Olympic Games, who are going to join the Congress party today in a little while from now. Thank you very much, Sunil and Aishwarya, for reporting on the story. Now, moving on, Haryana CM is trying to pacify leaders within his party, the ones who did not get tickets. He went to former Minister Karandev Kamboj, the minister who quit the BJP posts over ticket distribution. The BJP candidate list has many miffed leaders. Former MLA Shanti Ranjan Parmar even broke down. The Bharatiya Janta Party is facing a wave of rebellion in Haryana after it changed 40 of the 67 candidates in its first list for the upcoming state elections. At least 2 ministers in the Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini government in Haryana resigned amid rebellion within BJP ahead of the assembly polls. Ministers and MLAs who have rebelled include Karandev Kamboj, Bhavani Khera and many others. Let's listen into some of the reactions that have been coming in.
मुझे आश्वासन देना पड़ता है हमको कि मैं टिकट की बात बढ़ेगी और उनकी हिम्मत बनानी पड़ती, तो मैं क्या करूं? मैं भी असहाय हूं, मैंने ईमानदार से काम किया है।
Now, there has been a setback in Aam Aadmi Party, and our leader has joined Congress, and it is a setback to AAP in Delhi. Former Delhi Minister Rajendra Pal, ex-Delhi Minister, in fact, Rajendra Pal has joined Congress amid alliance talks in Haryana. Now, AAP leader has moved camp in his resignation letter to Kejriwal. He accused Aam Aadmi Party of ignoring the Dalit interests under pressure from Bharatiya Janta Party's ideology to accelerate the struggle for social justice and participation and involvement of Bahujan Samaj in all fields. He said, "I'm resigning from all posts and membership of Aam Aadmi Party."
Joining us now is Rajendra Pal Gautam, who in fact is an ex-Aam Aadmi Party minister and today has joined the Congress Party. Sir, आज आपने कांग्रेस ज्वाइन कर लिया, क्या वजह थी आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़ने की?
सिर्फ एक वजह है, वो है सामाजिक न्याय प्रतिनिधित्व। आम आदमी पार्टी को पहले धन्यवाद करूंगा कि उन्होंने मुझे मौका दिया। 10 साल करीब मैं साथ रहा, मेरा सहयोग किया, मुझे 2 बार चुनाव लड़ने का मौका दिया, मंत्री भी बनाया। लेकिन जो सामाजिक न्याय की बात मैं हमेशा से बंद कमरे में शीर्ष नेतृत्व के साथ किया करता था, वो मुझे हमेशा एश्योरेंस देते कि नहीं, हम सामाजिक न्याय देंगे, हम जाति जनगणना की बात करेंगे, हिस्सेदारी भागीदारी की बात करेंगे। लेकिन वो होता हुआ नज़र नहीं आया। 1.25 साल इंतजार करने के बाद, रिजाइन देने के बाद मैंने देखा कि कहीं न्याय दिख ही नहीं रहा है। आज तक 13 लोग राज्यसभा चुन के भेजे हैं। दिल्ली में सरकार बनी, पंजाब में सरकार बनी, सरकार तो SC ST OBC माइनॉरिटी के वोट से बनी, लेकिन जब 13 राज्यसभा सांसद आज तक आम आदमी पार्टी ने भेजे हैं, उसमें तो कोई SC ST OBC माइनॉरिटी को कोई हिस्सेदारी दी नहीं है। तो क्या इस समाज के लिए को आप केवल एक वोट बैंक मानेंगे, उनको हिस्सेदारी भी देंगे? बस छोटा सा यही सवाल है।
सर, आम आदमी पार्टी जो है और कांग्रेस में हरियाणा में अलायंस को लेकर बातचीत चल रही है। ऐसे में अगले साल जब दिल्ली के चुनाव होंगे तो ऐसे भी आसार लगाए जा रहे हैं कि अलायंस तब भी होगा। तो आप उसे कैसे देखते हैं कि मुश्किलें बढ़ेंगी या वो भी?
दोनों पार्टियों का मिलके अगर अलायंस होता है तो सामाजिक न्याय पे हमारी बात और आगे हम बढ़ाएंगे, और वो अगर आम आदमी पार्टी सामाजिक न्याय पे उसके बाद आ जाती है तो ये तो और स्वागत योग्य कदम होगा।
Well, we are reporting at this hour that an Aam Aadmi Party leader, Rajendra Pal Gautam, he has joined the Congress Party. My colleague Rishika Barua is with me on the phone line. Rishika, would you say that this hurts Kejriwal's image of being a socialist leader, reaching out to all castes and classes in the society?
Well, certainly, if you look at, the statement that has been given by Rajendra Pal Gautam, in fact, who is known, to be a leader in the Dalit community, him after joining the Congress saying that he had spoken to the top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party, talked about giving representation to the Dalits, and yet it was not done, even though the Aam Aadmi Party sent around 13, Rajya Sabha members, and yet none of them were Dalit. So after this, certainly it does hurt the image of Arvind Kejriwal as a social leader, and it is also a kind of a setback for the Aam Aadmi Party, because remember, just next year the Delhi elections also will be taking place. And looking at the vote bank that it has in the national capital, it is going to hurt the Aam Aadmi Party. Though, even though we spoke to the Aam Aadmi Party said that it was clear that Rajendra Pal Gautam's ambitions were high, and that is why he has jumped the ship, and this is not going to cause any kind of setback to the Aam Aadmi Party. But certainly we'll have to wait and watch, because if we look at Haryana right now, there the alliance talk is already happening. So will that happen after this in Delhi as well for the election? That remains to be seen. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Ishika, for joining us with that story. As Ishika said, it is a big setback for Arvind Kejriwal, and it's going to hurt his image as a socialist leader. Now, moving on, Union Home Minister Amit Shah will release the BJP's manifesto Sankalp Patra for the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections today. Amit Shah, who is on a 2-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir, is set to release the poll manifesto. BJP in Jammu and Kashmir, which is facing rising challenges before the assembly elections, including protests and defections over ticket denial, will have a tough time. On Saturday, Amit Shah will officially launch the BJP's campaign in Jammu, where he is scheduled to address a city rally. The first phase of the elections will see 219 candidates in Frey on September 18th and will be the first assembly election in Jammu and Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370. My colleague Nazir Masoodi sends us this report.
Top leaders of the BJP who is coming to kickstart the election campaigning by releasing the manifesto of the BJP, which is a very crucial thing for any party to release and tell them what is their roadmap, and they call it Sankalp Patra. And by at around 4 p.m. today, Home Minister Amit Shah would be releasing BJP's manifesto. What is expected? BJP may promise the restoration of the statehood, which the senior leaders told us a few days back that since the Prime Minister himself has promised restoration of statehood, it would be part of it. They would be also talking about the good governance, security, safety and peace, employment and all those things. So BJP has been already targeting the opposition, saying, look, if they come to power, they will push the Jammu and Kashmir back to the era of violence and the dark days of the terror. But the opposition hits back and says, look, you should be blamed for allowing militancy to spread in Jammu, which was completely free from militancy. So you need to answer. Having said that, during 2-day visit, Home Minister will be, Amit Shah will be holding brainstorming session with the top BJP leaders and RS leaders in Jammu this evening. And tomorrow he will be addressing a election rally as well in Jammu. So BJP's challenges have been there, particularly after distribution of tickets. There have been some leaders who have not been annoyed, not happy. Some clearly raised their banner of revolt. That has been the case with the several other parties, including Congress and the National Conference and PDP also. So that is also happening in election time. Every party faces its dissensions when they distribute tickets. But in Jammu, which is the main bastion of the BJP, they are hoping to do well. And the challenges are serious, and Home Minister, before addressing the rally, he is strategizing how to contest these elections and how to win maximum seats in this election.
Now, Supreme Court has dismissed a plea by Sandeep Ghosh, the ex-principal of Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, during whose tenure on August 9th, a woman doctor was raped and murdered in the hospital building, claiming that High Court's order for CBI probe into corruption issues while refusing to make him a party was erroneous. Justice Chandrachud and Justices J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra said ex-principal has no locus in a PIL seeking probe into corruption in disposal of biomedical waste, and both rape and murder corruption are being investigated by the CBI. But CBI should give them, the Supreme Court said that CBI should give them a status report. When Ghosh's counsel Meenakshi Arora said that two cases are separate and must be probed separately by CBI, it was opposed by SG Tushar Mehta and ASG SV Raju, who said an accused can't dictate the course of the probe. CBI agreed and said that even the court can't direct the course of investigations. The Enforcement Directorate conducted raids at the residence of Sandeep Ghosh. He was arrested by the CBI on Tuesday in connection with alleged irregularities at the hospital. During his tenure, the West Bengal government suspended him as he was placed in police custody for 8 days. ED officials had to wait for 3 hours before they could enter Sandeep Ghosh's house. The house was locked when ED officials reached the ex-principal's house in the morning. Later, his family members came and opened the lock, and ED officials finally they entered his house. Saurabh Gupta, my colleague, has been reporting on this story for a little over a month now. Saurabh, tell us, with Sandeep Ghosh's plea being turned down, what direction does the case really take right now?
Well, not really. I mean, the CBI continues to investigate. It was, the High Court had handed over the case of financial irregularities to the CBI, and the CBI continues to investigate it. The real question is that one of the things that's been alleged is that are people being shielded? Are there more accused in the case? Is anyone who's guilty of committing something like this not being punished or being protected? These are questions that have been asked, and the CBI, of course, while it investigates this financial irregularities case, also has to focus on the main case, which is the case of rape and murder of this postgraduate doctor at the Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. That's led to so much outrage on the streets of Kolkata, not just Kolkata, otherwise across the nation as well. So all these questions that are part of the main cases probe, the financial irregularities, the fact that, there were financial irregularities is all part of investigation. But what about the main case where this, woman was raped and murdered, and that investigation was handed over on allegations of a cover-up, etc. Are those things actually true? Is that what the CBI investigation is getting at? These are questions that the people want to know, the public want to know. They've been out on the streets for months, for days now. And those questions, unfortunately, haven't been clarified on by the CBI. The CBI says this is a court-monitored case, so they will keep the court updated. But these are questions in the minds of the public. The second question is that, this financial irregularities, is it in any way connected to the rape and murder?
Well, we will get back to Saurabh for more on this story. There are many questions that remain unanswered. Sandeep Ghosh, there on your screen, is the face of corruption, and he has been arrested. And while the case is being, there are two separate cases of the girl being raped and murdered, and the other is of corruption at the Arjikar Medical College. While all of this is happening, there are several street protests that are happening in the city of Kolkata. The mother of the victim has written a very emotional letter as well. And let me go back to my colleague Saurabh Gupta. Saurabh, the mother has written a very emotional letter on Teachers' Day appealing speedy justice to the victim's family. While Sandeep Ghosh is really the face of corruption, of what all happened, but would the people who are protesting on the streets of Kolkata be just happy with this one investigation, this one man being shown as the face of corruption, or what is the other forms of justice that they want?
But, like I said, corruption, of course, is a separate issue. Whether any of these corruption investigations is actually linked to this young postgraduate student's murder and rape at the Arjikar Medical College Hospital, that is something that people want to know. And therefore, the CBI, of course, hasn't clarified on that. There are two separate cases that are being investigated parallelly. But is there, anywhere in the case where the two cases converged in the investigation? That could one be the fallout of the other? All of these questions have been floating around on social media, but there's been no credible information from the CBI in the public domain in any form. And the CBI, like I said, has said it's a court-monitored investigation, so they will apprise the court of the progress in the investigation. But before they do so, while there is this information vacuum, there has been fake news, there has been misinformation around this case as well. That is something that perhaps can be addressed if there is credible, verified information in the public domain. Now, coming back to the family is very clearly said that they want justice, they want justice for their daughter. Now, if that means that there are more people involved, then the CBI has to uncover that. The Kolkata police, in whatever investigation they've done, they've arrested one accused. And that's something that, the Kolkata police also say that before they could move on to other aspects of the case investigation was handed over to the CBI. So obviously now the onus is on the CBI to actually answer these questions. One is, are there more people involved in this gruesome, horrific, brutal crime? If so, are any accused being protected? And also the third question, is this corruption investigation, which of course must be investigated, anyway linked to the main case, which is the case of the rape and murder and the investigation of the rape and murder?
Right. Thank you very much, Saurabh, for getting us all those details, and we will keep following the story very, very closely with you. Time for a very quick break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini. Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
You have seen their blockbusters. Now meet the legends.
साहब वो गाने जो पहले होते थे 50, 60 में, अब वो नहीं होते। गानों को क्या हो गया?
For the first time in decades on a news TV network.
When you were giving blockbuster after blockbuster, when stars like Amitabh Bachchan were, being created.
You don't create Amitabh Bachchan, you discover it.
जो आइकॉनिक जोड़ी बनी सलीम जावेद की, वो डेस्टिनी नहीं है तो ये हार्ड वर्क है। आप लोग दोनों की किस ये आप लोग दोनों की हार्ड वर्क है।
देखिए, हार्ड वर्क का मतलब ये नहीं है anybody who doesn't believe in destiny doesn't mean that he controls everything. I don't believe in destiny, but I don't have any delusion that I control everything.
सलीम जावेद ने जब स्क्रिप्ट लिखी, राइटर्स थे, तो उनका नाम हुआ। उसके बाद किसी राइटर का नाम क्यों नहीं?
इतना किसी का रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं था ना।
Real stars of Bollywood, Salim Javed join NDTV for an exclusive conversation.
We can break some news to our viewers that Salim Javed will be returning very soon.
Come back.
Coming soon.
Come back. Coming soon.
Come back of Salim Javed.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
In another story of crime against women, a woman in Bengaluru was harassed and allegedly slapped by an Ola auto driver after she cancelled her ride booked through the ride-hailing app. A video of the altercation has been shared on social media, shows the auto driver and the woman arguing, during which he tries to snatch her phone. Now, a disturbing and shameful incident has emerged from Ujjain, sparking outrage. A video showing a woman being raped in broad daylight on the side of the road went viral, causing widespread public anger and prompting swift action from local authorities. The accused has since been arrested. The young man lured the woman by promising to marry her, after which he offered her alcohol and then raped her. Following the assault, the man fled the scene after threatening the victim. My colleague Anurag Dwari brings us this report from Ujjain.
Yes, a shocking incident from Ujjain where a 45-year-old woman was raped in broad daylight in a busy tri-section of Koila Phatak area. If I can tell you about the this location, it has a big hospital, a petrol pump and a liquor shop in that particular area. So one of the accused raped the woman in broad daylight, and a person kept filming the entire incident. Nobody came to help her out. He was busy in filming the video and then made the video viral. Ujjain is a city where lakhs of devotees come on a daily basis to offer prayer at Lord Mahakal. We believe that the security should be tightened, and the police should remain vigilant in Ujjain 24/7. But in this case, clearly this is not happening there in Ujjain. And if you remember, few years back, last year, minor was raped in Ujjain, and she kept on asking for help. She went from door to door, but nobody helped her. This puts a question mark on the efficiency of the Madhya Pradesh police, and the opposition is also asking the same question from the government, because as per the NCRB data, Madhya Pradesh is the third most unsafe state as far as the security of women is concerned in India.
Well, that's a shocking revelation there. Now moving on to some other news now. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has revised claim settlement time guidelines. In life insurance, death claims that do not require investigation, they must be settled in 15 days. IRDAI has issued guidelines on holders' protection rights for life, health and plans. As per the new master circular, a 30-day free look period will be applicable for life and health insurance policies, allowing policyholders to review the policy terms and conditions. For the life insurance policy of 1 year or more, a policyholder will have a free look period of 30 days. In case the policyholder is satisfied with policy terms and conditions, he or she has the option to return the policy within 30 days to the insurer for cancellation. Now, the Boeing Starliner, on which Indian origin NASA astronaut Sunita Williams flew to the International Space Station on 5th of June, was touted as a space capsule made for astronauts, but much to the embarrassment of Boeing, it's now set to return without any human spacefarers. The return journey in autonomous mode, the Starliner is expected to land about 6 hours after it unlocks. My colleague Pallav Bagla has shared this report with us.
Spacecraft on which Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams flew into space on June 5th to the International Space Station will now return today empty. The Boeing Starliner is said to have been made by astronauts, for astronauts, but now it will come back without astronauts. On its onward journey, the Boeing Starliner faced several problems, which included a failure of some of its thrusters and some helium leaks. Subsequently, Over the last 2 months, NASA and Boeing did a series of tests to try and figure out what could be the root cause of the problem for the thrusters. NASA says after a very tense meeting, NASA officials and Boeing officials finally decided that NASA would take the call and bring the Boeing Starliner back to Earth in an uncrewed fashion, meaning the Boeing Starliner will come back without any crew. Astronaut Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, who flew on the Boeing Starliner to the International Space Station, will not come back on the Boeing Starliner, but will come back on the SpaceX Crew Dragon, and that too in February 2025. So an 8-day mission finally converts into an 8-month mission, but this is a bigger problem for the Boeing company. Boeing has already spent over $5 billion on the making of the Starliner.
Now, American election forecaster and historian Alan Lichtman has officially predicted that Vice President and Democratic candidate Kamala Harris will win the White House race and become the next US President in the upcoming elections. My colleague Gauri Dwivedi conversed with him.
First question to you, sir. You've been closely monitoring and following many US elections in the past. What's your reading of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in 2024?
Well, there are all kinds of anomalies in this election. A major party candidate, Donald Trump, a convicted felon, 34 felony counts, facing indictments in 3 other venues. And on the other side, an unprecedented withdrawal of a sitting president from the race right before the Democratic convention. But the keys are the North Star of prediction. They remain constant despite the fluctuating events of the campaign because they tap into the structure of how American presidential elections really work as votes up or down on the strength and performance of the White House party. And that's what the keys gauge. And the way it works, if 6 or more keys, any keys, go against the White House party, they are predicted losers. Otherwise, they are predicted winners. It was this system that enabled me against all the pundits, the pollsters, and other modelers to predict Donald Trump's win in 2016. And what we have this time is the most keys that could fall against the White House party based on my system is 4 to 5, 5 as a maximum. That still leaves them as predicted winners because it takes 6 keys or more to count them out.
So how many keys are there? For the benefit of our viewers, how many keys or how many parameters do you really have on which you decide?
It doesn't quite work that way. It works how many keys count against the White House party, and it takes 6 to count them out. So they lost the mandate key, which is based upon losses in US House elections. They obviously lost the incumbency key with Biden not running, but with the party uniting around Harris, they avoided the loss of the contest key. Finally, the third key that they lost is the incumbent charisma key, because Harris, whatever you may think of her, is not a once-in-a-generation, broadly inspirational candidate like Franklin Roosevelt or Ronald Reagan. So that's 3 keys down. Remember, it takes 6 keys to count them out. And the only other 2 keys that are shaky are the 2 foreign policy keys, because the wars in the Middle East and Ukraine are so fluid. I think those keys will split and Harris will be down 4 keys, 2 keys short of defeat. But even if they both flip negative, that means Harris is down only 5 keys, still 1 key short of defeat. All the other keys are locked in her favor.
Okay, so between now and the actual election, what according to you are those areas where there could be some lack of clarity or uncertainty?
The only 2 areas where I see uncertainty, as I mentioned, are the 2 foreign policy keys: foreign military success, foreign military failure, because of the vicissitudes of war. You know, we don't know exactly what's going to happen in Ukraine and the Middle East? Could there be a ceasefire and a hostage release? Could the Ukrainians stave off the Russians in the Donbass region and make further incursions into Russia? But my point is, no matter what happens with those two keys, there's not enough keys to predict that Donald Trump could regain the White House. For a while, I thought third-party key might be shaky, but the RFK Jr. campaign has fizzled. He suspended his campaign. For a while, I thought the social unrest key might be shaky, but demonstrations at the Democratic convention, turned out to be underwhelming, and the campuses have been very quiet. Nothing approaching the massive sustained social unrest that calls into question the stability of the country. That's what it would take to turn that key.
Entertainment news now. Salim Javed, the screenwriting duo who ruled Hindi cinema in the 1970s, may return to their roots if all goes right. At the trailer launch event of their documentary series Angry Young Men, Javed Akhtar said that they are considering writing one more film together. Listen in.
सर, सबसे ज़्यादा ब्लॉकबस्टर फिल्में डिलीवर करी अमिताभ बच्चन के साथ में, और आप लोगों की जोड़ी टूटने का एक असर अमिताभ बच्चन जी पे भी जरूर पड़ा होगा।
जरूर पड़ा होगा। उनको इस बात का अफसोस हुआ होगा कि
कभी बात हुई उनकी आपकी इस सिलसिले में?
नहीं, मैं अगर होता उनकी जगह और जैसे जावेद साहब गए या मैं गया तो उनको यही राय देता है कि मत छोड़ो, अच्छा खासा तुम्हारी एक जोड़ी है, वो काम कर रही है, अच्छा खासा चल रहा है, काय के लिए इसको तोड़ते हो। तो मैं होता तो ये करता।
तो फिर आप उनकी बात सुन लेते और उसका फिर जोड़ी वापस आ जाती?
नहीं, जोड़ी वापस नहीं आती, बस ज़रूरत ही नहीं काम करने की, ये तोड़ने की, करते रहो। तो अगर मैं होता तो ये राय देता। पता नहीं उन्होंने क्या राय दी है वो।
पर आपकी बात हुई कभी उनसे इस सिलसिले में?
नहीं, बात तो होती रहती है, मुलाकात हो जाती है तो। मगर वैसे वो ज़्यादा सख्ती से बात करते भी नहीं हैं।
अपने में रहने वाले
अपने वो ज़्यादा किसी के करीब आते नहीं है, वो
अपने में ही रहने वाले रिजर्व आदमी। और बाकी जो इंडस्ट्री थी, जब आप लोग हटे, आप लोगों की जोड़ी हटी, तो बाकी इंडस्ट्री का क्या रिएक्शन था उस समय? उसके बाद
कुछ लोग तो खुश होते हैं कि अच्छा हुआ, कुछ लोगों को तकलीफ होती है। अलग अलग लोगों के व्यूज़ होते हैं, अलग अलग लोगों के साथ।
पर आपने उसके बाद लोगों को बदलते हुए देखा? आप अपना अलग जब काम लेके जाते थे, अकेले जब काम लेके जाते थे, तो उसकी रिसेप्शन किसी अलग तरह?
नहीं, वो तो होता डेफिनेटली था वो।
पीपल वर चेंज्ड।
आप जो नाम का जो वैल्यू जो था,
ब्रांड की जो वैल्यू,
हाँ। अभी अगर आप कोई कहे दादाजी, तो कौन सा दादाजी? दादाजी धाकजी से बन सकता है। महेंद्र, कौन महेंद्र? महेंद्र एंड महेंद्र। हाँ, तो नाम के पैसे मिलते थे। अभी भी अगर वो वापस आएगा नाम के सलीम जावेद, तो उसका वैल्यू होगा, डेफिनेटली होगा।
तो क्यों नहीं एक फिल्म बना लीजिए?
हाँ, तो बनाने का इरादा है।
हाँ, definitely. So we can break some news to our viewers that Salim Javed will be returning very soon.
Come back.
Coming soon.
Come back. Coming soon.
Come back of Salim Javed.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
You have seen their blockbusters. Now meet the legends.
साहब वो गाने जो पहले होते थे 50, 60 में, अब वो नहीं होते। ये गानों क्या हो गया?
For the first time in decades on a news TV network.
When you were giving blockbuster after blockbuster, when stars like Amitabh Bachchan were, being created.
You don't create Amitabh Bachchan, you discover it.
जो आइकॉनिक जोड़ी बनी सलीम जावेद की, वो डेस्टिनी नहीं है तो ये हार्ड वर्क है। आप लोग दोनों की किस ये आप लोग दोनों की हार्ड वर्क है।
देखिए, हार्ड वर्क का मतलब ये नहीं है anybody who doesn't believe in destiny.
Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat will join the Congress party, and that's going to be happening any minute now at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. And the countdown to the polls in Haryana, with the Chief Minister there trying to pacify the leaders, meeting with former Minister Karandev Kamboj. The First List has sparked trouble when it comes to the BJP in Haryana. And a shocker of a case that's being reported from Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. A woman was intoxicated and then raped on the road. The man had given her a promise of marrying her but ended up raping her on the road, and that video has gone completely viral, causing quite an outrage that led to the arrest of the accused. And the Enforcement Directorate raids RG Kaur ex-principal's residence, and this is in the financial irregularities case. The Supreme Court has dismissed the ex-principal's plea challenging the CBI's case, and the victim's mother has written a letter saying that you supported my daughter to become a doctor. This is on the occasion of Teachers' Day yesterday. Now she's asking for support in her fight for justice. And Union Minister Prahlad Joshi at NDTV Sustainability Mission, renewable energy at the core of India's growth story, and a massive spending that has increased in regard to sustainable energy sector is what the minister had to say. And Union Minister reiterates government's promise that India will be a leader in green hydrogen. There should be no politics regarding sustainability. A very good afternoon. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Divya Vadva. We have a whole lot lined up for you over the next 1 hour, including politics that's heating up in the state of Haryana. And today, it is Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia who are just minutes away from joining the Congress party, which is going to start at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence today. Vinesh Phogat will be contesting from the Julana constituency, and it's Bajrang Punia who will be defending the seat from Badli. So this is the news that we are getting, that any minute now, Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat will be joining the Congress party. The pictures on your screen are of the meeting that took place just a few days ago with Rahul Gandhi. They've been meeting with various leaders of the Congress party, and here, of course, there were rumors earlier that these wrestlers could be joining the Congress party, something that wasn't confirmed by the Congress earlier on. But just a few days ago, the Congress party did say yes, that they would, they were very pleased with the decision that was taken by the wrestlers. The wrestlers, of course, had raised their voice against the sexual harassment case, the alleged sexual harassment case by the WFI chief. And in regard to that, of course, Vinesh Phogat, who had gone for
the Olympics in Paris. And after that heartbreak, she had gone on to say that she would be resigning. Now, let's just listen into what Sakshi Malik has to say about her colleagues, joining the Congress party.
देखो उन्होंने शायद आज पार्टी ज्वाइन की है और करेंगे मतलब, और वो रिज़ाइन देने आ रहे हैं, तो ये उनका व्यक्तिगत फैसला है, पर्सनल चॉइस है उनकी कि वो पार्टी में जाना चाहते हैं। बाकी मेरा मानना ये है कि कहीं ना कहीं हमें त्याग कर देना चाहिए, और बाकी जो हमारा जो आंदोलन था, जो बहन बेटियों की लड़ाई थी, वो उसको गलत रूप ना दिया जाए। मैं अभी भी उस पर डट के खड़ी हूँ। महिलाओं के लिए जो रेसलिंग में जो शोषण होता था और जो हमारा आंदोलन है, वो अभी भी मेरी तरफ से बिल्कुल जारी है।
Ishika joining us. Ishika, we just heard Sakshi Malik react to her friends and wrestlers joining the Congress party. She's also gone on to say that she will continue with her protest. Something that the BJP, the opposition, has gone on to say that they were quite aware of the fact that Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat would be joining the Congress party, and their protest was nothing but something that was politically driven.
Well, yes, in fact, Divya, as you rightly mentioned, we are currently, in fact, reporting from the Congress office, where in just some time from now, we are expecting that Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat will be arriving here, and then they will be officially joining the Congress party. And as you already mentioned, that as of now, both of these wrestlers are currently meeting the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge at his residence. Now, certainly, if we talk about, Sakshi Malik's reaction, and if we talk about the BJP's reaction also, they are attacking the Congress party. They are also attacking the wrestlers now. In fact, we did see how the BJP senior leader Manohar Lal Khattar, how in fact he said that it seems like the entire, the protest of the wrestlers were politically motivated. It has become clear now. And that, the wrestlers, somewhere, they got diverted into this political maze. All of these, are the points that the BJP continues to attack the Congress and the wrestlers on. And in fact, we also heard the reaction of Sakshi Malik also saying that, this is more of a personal choice. But certainly, if we talk about what will be the pros for the Congress party, after both of these veteran wrestlers join the Congress party, well, then certainly these two are very big faces. So certainly the Congress is going to get, likely to get more Jat votes after giving both of them tickets. And also, what is also very important here, that amid the alliance talks that is going on between the Congress party and the Aam Aadmi party for the Haryana polls, it is also going to boost the bargaining power of the Congress party, while the talks of the seat sharing is going on after the addition of these two big names to the party. So certainly, Divya, as you rightly mentioned, any minute now we are expecting Bajrang Punia and in fact Vinesh Phogat to arrive here at the Congress headquarters. We are already showing you how in fact their supporters have already reached the Congress headquarters here. So certainly big addition to the Congress party here will certainly be boosting the morale of the Congress party for the Haryana polls. But on the other hand, the war of words are also going to intensify, since the BJP will now continue to attack the Congress and the wrestlers over this. Over to you.
Right, Ishika, Bajrang Punia has already arrived at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. All eyes on that announcement that's going to come about any minute now in regard to the official entry of the wrestlers Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat into the fold of the Congress party just ahead of the elections in Haryana. Ishika, we will come back to you for more on that. Now, the tug of war as far as tickets are concerned in Haryana, that continues as far as the Congress's central leadership CEC meeting is concerned, and that meeting is coming up in the evening at about 5 o'clock. There are multiple problems, and before that committee meeting, they are also expected to be brainstorming, that has in fact now been going on for over several days now, and the Congress High Command is also talking about the rebellion that's happened after the release of of the BJP's list. So the decision in regard to the alliance whether between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, a very important meeting of the Congress that is going to come up, and the Congress is firm on giving 5 seats to the Aam Aadmi Party, while its Huda and other leaders of Haryana's Congress, the Congress will announce that remaining as far as the 24 seats of Haryana are concerned. The Congress central leadership's push for that seat sharing pact with the Aam Aadmi Party for the election that's going to be held on the 5th of October in Haryana seems to have divided the party within its state unit.
Well, in a seat sharing, it's always going to be a give and take, and it's going to be difficult because if you want to have unity of opposition forces, and that's something that Rahul Gandhi has indicated, and the lessons that have been learned from 2014 to 2019, it's in that backdrop that there will definitely be a lot of give and take. So having said that, the Congress at present is walking a tightrope, but they are, playing good cop as well as bad cop in their negotiations with the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party also, if they want to remain relevant in Haryana politics, they haven't really had much of a presence in the various state assembly elections. It's just that now that they are in power in Delhi as well as in Punjab and those bordering states, they're trying to extract because they have some influence. They're hoping to be able to get a few seats. The question is how many? As I've been saying right from day one, when the negotiations started, it's extremely difficult. The Congress leaders are not ready to concede to the AAP any seats, be it Mr. Huda, be it Kumari Salja, be it Mr. Randeep Surjewala, or anybody in the Congress party who matters in Haryana, because they feel that they're in a commanding position. Having said that, these are definitely issues that need to be looked at its entirety. And I think in the next few hours, we are hoping before the CEC meets, and they will take stock and they'll be able to finalize some kind of seat sharing pact with the Aam Aadmi Party if they are ready to be realistic at this present juncture.
Right. Thank you so much, Sunil, for getting us all those details. And on the other side, when we talk about the BJP in Haryana trying to pacify its leaders, and this includes former Minister Karandev Kamboj, the former Haryana minister had quit the BJP post over the ticket distribution, and the BJP candidate list has miffed many other leaders within the party. So this is, we heard former MLA Shashi Ranjan Parmar also break down. Take a look at, what he had to say.
मुझे आश्वासन देना पड़ता है हमको कि मैं टिकट की बात बढ़ेगी और उनकी हिम्मत बनानी पड़ती, तो मैं क्या करूं? मैं भी असहाय हूं, मैंने ईमानदारी से काम किया है.
And in a blow to the Aam Aadmi Party, their Delhi minister Rajendra Pal Gautam has gone ahead and joined the Congress party. In his resignation letter to the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, Gautam has accused the Aam Aadmi Party of ignoring the scheduled caste interests under the pressure from the BJP's ideology. To accelerate the struggle as far as social justice is concerned and in participation and involvement of the Bahujan Samaj in all fields, I'm resigning from all posts and membership of the Aam Aadmi Party, is what he had to say in a social media post on the platform X. So let's just listen in to what he had to say.
Joining us now is Rajendra Pal Gautam, who in fact is an ex-Aam Aadmi Party minister and today has joined the Congress party. Sir, आज आपने कांग्रेस ज्वाइन कर लिया, क्या वजह थी आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़ने की?
सिर्फ एक वजह है, वो है सामाजिक न्याय प्रतिनिधित्व. आम आदमी पार्टी को पहले धन्यवाद करूंगा कि उन्होंने मुझे मौका दिया. 10 साल करीब मैं साथ रहा, मेरा सहयोग किया, मुझे 2 बार चुनाव लड़ने का मौका दिया, मंत्री भी बनाया. लेकिन जो सामाजिक न्याय की बात मैं हमेशा से बंद कमरे में शीर्ष नेतृत्व के साथ किया करता था, वो मुझे हमेशा एश्योरेंस देते कि नहीं, हम सामाजिक न्याय देंगे, हम जाति जनगणना की बात करेंगे, हिस्सेदारी भागीदारी की बात करेंगे. लेकिन वो होता हुआ नज़र नहीं आया. 1.25 साल इंतजार करने के बाद, रिजाइन देने के बाद मैंने देखा कि कहीं न्याय दिख ही नहीं रहा है. आज तक 13 लोग राज्यसभा चुन के भेजे हैं. दिल्ली में सरकार बनी, पंजाब में सरकार बनी. सरकार तो SC ST OBC माइनॉरिटी के वोट से बनी, लेकिन जब 13 राज्यसभा सांसद आज तक आम आदमी पार्टी ने भेजे हैं, उसमें तो कोई SC ST OBC माइनॉरिटी को कोई हिस्सेदारी दी नहीं है. तो क्या इस समाज के लिए को आप केवल एक वोट बैंक मानेंगे या उनको हिस्सेदारी भी देंगे? बस छोटा सा यही सवाल है।
सर, आम आदमी पार्टी जो है और कांग्रेस में हरियाणा में अलायंस को लेकर बातचीत चल रही है। ऐसे में अगले साल जब दिल्ली के चुनाव होंगे तो ऐसे भी आसार लगाए जा रहे हैं कि अलायंस तब भी होगा। तो आप उसे कैसे देखते हैं कि मुश्किलें बढ़ेंगी या वो भी?
दोनों पार्टियों का मिलके अगर अलायंस होता है तो सामाजिक न्याय पे हमारी बात और आगे हम बढ़ाएंगे, और वो अगर आम आदमी पार्टी सामाजिक न्याय पे उसके बाद आ जाती है तो ये तो और स्वागत योग्य कदम होगा।
Your former leaders, Rajendra Pal Gautam, has in fact today joined the Congress party. Do you think that this is a kind of a setback for the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the Delhi poll?
I don't think so. During elections, we often see that people who have high ambitions, they tend to switch parties. 2-3 of them will always be there. Rajendra Pal ji was given such a high post. He was a mantri. He was appointed a mantri by Arvind Kejriwal ji in his cabinet. We wish him good luck for his further political journey.
He said that representation of the Bahujan Samaj was not done even after waiting for so long, even after speaking to the leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party, and that was his reason for resigning.
Well, it is unfortunate if he said that. I have not heard that bayan. He of all people know that Aam Aadmi Party is the only party in the country, not just Delhi, in the country, which has consistently worked for the upliftment of the backward, of the Dalit Samaj, of providing facilities to the middle class. I mean, we are a party who gave Kuldeep Kumarji a Lok Sabha ticket on a general seat when he's an SC himself, you know. So we really try and do our best when it comes to representation or upliftment of the masses. Whether it is the free bus service scheme or whether it is the free bijli, free pani, free mahilaon ko free buzurgo ko tirth yatra, all of this is done by us, you know. And in 2024, there is not another state except Punjab which is implementing this model.
Thank you. This was Priyanka Kakkar with us, talking to us on NDTV.
Let's switch tracks to Kolkata now. After 2 videos of the parents of the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital surfaced, one from the comments at the college on Wednesday where they alleged that a senior police officer offered them money, and another video from earlier that there was no money offered to them and there was no question of them being offered any money. A relative of the parents said that the video where they are seen and heard dismissing the allegations of money being offered was done under pressure. The 2 versions of the parents of the victim of the RG Kaur case in which allegedly she was raped and murdered led to a lot of confusion.
কার তরফ থেকে সেটা বলতে পারবো না। হ্যাঁ, ভিডিও ভাইরাল হয়েছে, সেটা আমরা দেখেছি, এবং ভিডিওটা চাপ দিয়ে, পরিবারকে চাপ দিয়ে, বারবারই তো বলা হচ্ছে চাপ দিয়ে করানো হয়েছে। 11 তারিখ রাত্রিবেলা। নিশ্চয়ই করেছি, সে কারণ ওনারা এই কথাগুলো তো বলেছেন যে আপনারা যে এরকম বলছেন তাতে তো আপনাদের তখন আমাদের মানে কলকাতা পুলিশের কাছেই এই কেসটা ছিল, তাতে আপনাদের কেসে অসুবিধা হতে পারে। জোর দিয়ে আমাদের বাধ্য করা হয়েছিল এই কথাগুলো বলার জন্য।
Right, allegations that were made by the parents of the victims accusing the police for taking a long time to file the FIR. They had gone and registered the case at 7 o'clock in the evening, but the FIR was registered only at 11:45 at night. They've also claimed that they couldn't see the face of their daughter for at least 3 hours, and it was the mother who fell to her knees and literally had to beg the police, and that is when she was allowed to see her daughter. The parents have gone on to say that they were also made to sign a blank paper, which the mother then finally tore up. We have Saurabh joining us. Saurabh, you know, the 2 videos, one talking about they were offered money, and of course the earlier video in which they had said that no money was offered to them has led to some sort of confusion.
Well, you know, as we know, as it stands, that there was some amount of confusion. Though now a family member has come out and said, and we have that soundbite, that the video where they dismissed the allegations of having been offered money was something that they were made to do by force. That's another serious allegation that's come forward. Now, this is in the context of the 2 videos that were doing the rounds. One in which the parents claimed that, you know, there was money offered to them by a senior police officer. Then, of course, there was another video in which they said no such, thing was done. Now, of course, another family member has come out and said that the second video in which they were dismissing the allegations of money being offered was something that they were made to do by force. On the 11th is what they say. Now, this is, of course, 2 days after the incident of the young girl. They say at this point the investigation of the case was still with the Kolkata police. Now, these are very serious allegations, but obviously the investigating agency in this case now is the CBI. And therefore the CBI will have to investigate all of these things. If at all there has been a cover-up, was there someone being protected? Were there more accused, as has been claimed on social media by several individuals? Or is it the work of one man, Sanjay Roy, who's been arrested by the Kolkata police? Or is someone being shielded? These are all questions that have been doing the rounds, all allegations that have been doing the rounds, but at the end of the day, the onus will fall on the investigative agency to bring out the truth in this case, what actually happened, if there was an offer of money made to the family, on what basis and for what purpose was that offer made, and also why was that offer made to the family in the first place. Was it compensation that was offered, or was it something else? What was the family told when this money was offered? All of these things will now be part of the investigation. Therefore, these are very serious allegations that have been made by the family, and these allegations are something that will have to be looked into by the CBI, given that the CBI is investigating. However, there are two parallel investigations running, and perhaps the challenge for the CBI will be to see if these two investigations converge at some point. One is the financial irregularities case against Sandeep Ghosh and others, in which Sandeep Ghosh has been arrested, the ED conducting raids today in several places. The other is the main investigation of the rape and murder of the postgraduate doctor at Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. And in that case, of course, there has been a lack of information on the progress of the case by the CBI. The CBI says that's a court-monitored investigation, so they will share the progress with the court. But at the end of the day, there's also a lot of misinformation around that case, given the fact that there's been lack of verified, credible information on the progress of the case in the public domain.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. We will keep tracking that story and coming back to you for more on that. Switching tracks now, Prahlad Joshi, Minister of New and Renewable Energy, said that the centre has spent significantly on the sustainable energy for greener India. Speaking at India's, this is NDTV Sustainability Mission Conclave, Mr. Joshi has gone on to say that it is our duty to protect our nature, and India treats nature as God, and it's the Prime Minister's government that has spent a lot of money and is putting, as far as the sector, the renewable energy sector is concerned, they have put India very high in the world on several green energy barometers. Let's listen in.
Indians are very naturally aligned with the renewable energy even without realizing its essence in our daily lives. Sustainability is rooted in Indian culture because we have always revered the sun as Surya Devata, wind as Vayu Devata, and Varun Devata, तो hydro जो बोलते हैं वरुण देवता है. ये significantly the pure nature of the water. We have grown up with the values that are associated with our modern renewable energy movement. तो पहले से ही हम जब हमारे पूर्वजों में सूर्य का आराधन करना, कर्ण को सूर्य पुत्र बोलते थे हम, ये सब देखते तो one thing is that we were very much sure that अगर कोई भी एनर्जी एनर्जाइज करते हैं तो दुनिया को वो सूर्य है, इसीलिए सूर्य का उपासन करते हैं. आज भी सूर्य नमस्कार क्यों करते हैं? जो व्यायाम करते हैं सूर्य को नमस्कार करके आप व्यायाम शुरू करते हैं, तो ये आसन है. सूर्य नमस्कार क्या है? आसन है. जब आप सूर्य को नमस्कार करके शुरू करते हैं तो आपको एनर्जी ज़्यादा मिलता है. यही एक सोच है ना. जब भी आपका कुछ विटामिन डेफिशिएंसी होता है, शायद विटामिन सी और कुछ है, आपको क्या बोलते हैं डॉक्टर? विटामिन बी, डी सॉरी, विटामिन डी जब डेफिशिएट होते हैं क्या बोलते हैं? सुबह जब सूर्य किरण पहले का जो सूर्योदय होता है तब जाके बाहर बैठो, आपका ठीक हो जाएगा. मीन्स शुरुआत से ही हमारे लोगों में ये इसमें एनर्जी है, ये हमको पक्का था. तो इसलिए मैं समझता हूँ इसको अभी टेक्नोलॉजिकल टच देके इसका एनर्जी जो सूर्य और वायु के द्वारा हमको जो एनर्जी पहले से ही मिलता था, बायोफ्यूल के बारे में भी बात करते हैं। काउडंग से तो हम पहले से ही उसका यूज़ करके हीटिंग वगैरह करना एक स्वाभाविक प्रक्रिया था हमारा। तो आजकल उसको एक पक्का व्यवस्था में करके हम आगे बढ़ने का जो सोच रहे हैं, दैट इज़ टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट। वो तो जब तक हम ठीक तरह से एक चैनलाइज करके टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ जब करेंगे, तब नेचुरली हमको पूरा शिफ्ट होने के लिए धीरे धीरे हम पूरा शिफ्ट हो सकते हैं।
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
You have seen their blockbusters. Now meet the legends.
साहब वो गाने जो पहले होते थे 50, 60 में, अब वो नहीं होते। गानों को क्या हो गया?
For the first time in decades on a news TV network.
When you were giving blockbuster after blockbuster, when stars like Amitabh Bachchan were being created.
You don't create Amitabh Bachchan, you discover it.
जो आइकॉनिक जोड़ी बनी सलीम जावेद की, वो डेस्टिनी नहीं है तो ये हार्ड वर्क है आप लोग दोनों की ये आप लोग दोनों की हार्ड वर्क है।
देखिए, हार्ड वर्क का मतलब ये नहीं है anybody who doesn't believe in destiny doesn't mean that he controls everything. I don't believe in destiny, but I don't have any delusion that I control everything.
सलीम जावेद ने जब स्क्रिप्ट लिखी, राइटर्स थे, तो उनका नाम हुआ। उसके बाद किसी राइटर का नाम क्यों नहीं?
इतना किसी का रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं था ना।
Real stars of Bollywood, Salim Javed join NDTV for an exclusive conversation.
So we can break some news to our viewers that Salim Javed will be returning very soon.
Come back.
Coming soon.
Come back. Coming soon.
Come back of Salim Javed.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m.
Welcome back. Let's get you the very latest from the BJP, and it's Samit Patra who's speaking on the RG Kaur rape and murder case of the trainee doctor. Let's listen in.
उनके पिताजी पूछते हैं कि आखिर क्या कारण था कि अस्पताल ने एफआईआर नहीं किया। बॉडी सुबह मिल गई मगर अस्पताल ने एफआईआर नहीं किया। अंततो गत्वा फोर्स होके हमें 6:30 और 7 बजे के बीच कंप्लेंट लिखना पड़ा। 6:30 और 7 बजे के बीच पिताजी और माताजी जाके कंप्लेंट लिखते हैं कि हमारी बेटी अब रही नहीं, वी सस्पेक्ट फाउल प्ले। और उसके बाद 11:45 माफ करिएगा 11:45 PM रात को 11:45 पर एफआईआर दर्ज करती है लोकल पुलिस। सुबह 10 बजे बॉडी मिलती है। 11:45 पर एफआईआर पुलिस दर्ज करती है, जबकि वहां सारे मेडिकल छात्र थे, पूरा हंगामा मचा हुआ था। उसके बावजूद दिस इज द ऑडेसिटी ऑफ द अथॉरिटीज that they did not even go for an FIR till almost the midnight. And the most important question that the father raises, कि वहां मेडिकल छात्र थे जो सब कुछ जानते हैं स्वाभाविक है, हम जो मेडिकल का छात्र होता है वो जानता है नेचुरल डेथ क्या होती है, अननेचुरल डेथ क्या होता है, होमिसाइड क्या होता है, रेप एंड अटेम्प्टेड मर्डर या रेप एंड होमिसाइड क्या होता है, ये सब विषय, ये टर्मिनोलॉजीज मेडिकल छात्र जानते हैं। वहां हर कोई सब कुछ जानता था। उसके बावजूद भी प्रशासन और पुलिस की धृष्टता को देखिए कि उन्होंने जो लिखा है उसमें कॉज ऑफ डेथ में अननेचुरल डेथ केस लिखा है। मतलब होमिसाइड नहीं लिखा, मर्डर नहीं लिखा, अननेचुरल डेथ केस, जैसे कि किसी बीमारी से अननेचुरली पता नहीं ये हो गया हो। जो क्लियर दिख रहा है उससे भी कन्नी काटने की कोशिश जिस प्रकार से प्रशासन और बंगाल की पुलिस ने किया है, इस सवाल को पिता ने उठाया है। बहुत पर्टिनेंट क्वेश्चन मैं फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूं कि व्हाई डिड नॉट द हॉस्पिटल रजिस्टर और लॉज एन एफआईआर। ये हॉस्पिटल ने एफआईआर क्यों नहीं किया, माता पिता को कंप्लेंट क्यों देना पड़ा, ये बहुत पर्टिनेंट है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, क्रिमेटोरियम में जो हुआ उस विषय को लेकर बच्ची के शव को घर लाया जाता है और स्वाभाविक है माता पिता अभी तक रिकॉन्साइल नहीं कर पाए हैं कि हमारी बेटी हमारे साथ है नहीं। वो चाहते थे कि बच्ची को कुछ और समय तक हम अपने घर में रखें। दे वांटेड टू कीप द डेड बॉडी ऑफ देयर बिलव्ड डॉटर इन देयर होम फॉर अ लॉन्गर स्पैन ऑफ टाइम so that all the relatives, the near and the dear ones, including themselves, can spend the last time with their daughter. अपनी बच्ची के साथ कुछ समय वो एकांत में बिताना चाहते थे, मगर उन्हें फोर्स किया गया। और यहां वो पिताजी कहते हैं कि ताला पुलिस स्टेशन जो था उसके 300 से 400 जवान वो हमें नॉन स्टॉप घेरे हुए थे। आप सोचिए, माता पिता, बूढ़े माता पिता के कंधे पर जवान बेटी या बेटे के शव का बोझ, वो अपने आप में किसी भी सोसाइटी में उससे भारी बोझ नहीं होता है। एक जवान बेटी के शव का बोझ, उसके साथ क्या हुआ, उसकी ट्रॉमा, और उसके ऊपर 300-400 पुलिसकर्मी माता पिता को घेरे हुए, जल्दी से क्रिमेशन करिए, जल्दी से क्रिमेशन करिए। एंड द फादर सेज वी वर लिटरली फोर्स्ड टू क्रिमेट द बॉडी, वी हैड नो ऑप्शन। हमारे पास कोई और चारा नहीं था, हमने फोर्सफुली क्रिमेशन किया। और पांचवा प्रश्न अपने आप में ही बहुत घातक है। पांचवा प्रश्न जो हमारी विक्टिम है, उनकी आंट और उनके पिताजी दोनों ने पूछा है। जो बाकी रिश्तेदार थे, लगभग 15 रिश्तेदार उस समय अस्पताल आ चुके थे जहां मर्डर, होमिसाइड, रेप इत्यादि हुआ है। जहां ये जघन्य कांड हुआ था, वहां 15 रिश्तेदार आ चुके थे। इन 15 रिश्तेदारों के मौजूदगी में सबने देखा कि माता पिता कार में बैठ के एम्बुलेंस के आगे गए। सभी रिश्तेदारों की इच्छा थी कि हम एम्बुलेंस में बिटिया के साथ जाएं। स्वाभाविक है, माता पिता को बहुत आघात लग रहा होगा, वो कार में गए हैं, मगर रिश्तेदार एम्बुलेंस में बैठना चाहते थे। और जब इस विषय को लेकर रिश्तेदारों ने पुलिस को अप्रोच किया कि हम बिटिया के साथ एम्बुलेंस में जाएंगे, हम उनकी बुआ हैं, हम चाची हैं, हम काकी हैं, आमी काकी मां, मैं जाऊंगी या मैं जाऊंगा, उस समय पुलिस ने तुरंत एम्बुलेंस के गेट को बंद कर दिया और कहा नहीं, आपके लिए संभव नहीं है, क्योंकि यहां का जो टीएमसी का लोकल काउंसिलर है, उसने अपने आप को लोकल गार्डियन लड़की का घोषित कर दिया है और वो एम्बुलेंस में बैठ गया है। मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, जहां 15 रिश्तेदार हो, माता पिता हो, वेयर वॉज द डर्थ ऑफ अ गार्डियन? Were there no local guardians that a councillor of TMC had to become a local guardian to sit in the ambulance? एम्बुलेंस में उस लोकल गार्डियन, कोट अनकोट टीएमसी का काउंसलर, उसने क्या किया? Did he play with the evidences or did he destroy the evidences inside the ambulance? आखिरकार उनके रिश्तेदारों को एम्बुलेंस में जाने की अनुमति पुलिस ने अफरा तफरी में क्यों नहीं दी? अफरा तफरी में एम्बुलेंस के गेट को क्यों बंद किया और तुरंत एम्बुलेंस को वहां से क्यों भगाया? इन अ हरी, इन अ जिफी, आज अखबारों में लिखा हुआ है, लेफ्ट इन अ हरी। क्यों? और एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण सवाल पिता पूछते हैं कि जब क्रिमेशन चल रहा था, उस समय टीएमसी के एक एमएलए वहां लगातार मौजूद रहे, वो यहां वहां अफसरों के साथ बात कर रहे थे और 2 टीएमसी के काउंसलर वहां मौजूद रहे। आखिर ऐसा क्या था कि टीएमसी के नेताओं को क्रिमेशन के दौरान मौजूद रह के वहां के जो लोकल डीएम हैं, वहां के जो एसपी हैं, वहां के जो अधिकारी हैं, उनको बार बार कुछ ना कुछ हिदायत देनी पड़ रही थी? क्या कारण था? व्हाई वॉज दिस हैपनिंग? पॉलिटिसाइजेशन ऑफ द क्रिमेशन ऑफ द विक्टिम, ये क्यों हो रहा था? और पिता ने बहुत इमोशन के साथ एक प्रश्न पूछा है, ये इमोशन का विषय है। उन्होंने कहा कि क्रिमेटोरियम में जो फीस लगती है, वह फीस भी मुझसे नहीं लिया गया, किसी और ने दे दिया। मेरी बेटी पता नहीं क्या स्वर्ग से सोच रही होगी कि मेरे पिता ने मेरे क्रिमेशन का पैसा भी नहीं भरा। मैं इसको पॉलिटिसाइज नहीं करना चाहता हूं, मगर यह वाकई एक बहुत इमोशनल विषय है। एक पिता और एक माता जो अपने बेटी के अंतिम संस्कार के लिए जो कुछ पैसे होते हैं वो देना चाहते हैं, मगर वो किसी और ने दे दिया है, किसी पॉलिटिशियन ने, कोट अनकोट, मुझे पता नहीं पॉलिटिशियन ने दिया या अधिकारी ने दिया, इस विषय में क्लैरिटी नहीं है, किसी ने क्यों दिया। वहां भी डीसी नॉर्थ पैसा देने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, यहां भी उसी प्रकार की हालत है। तो पिता पूछते हैं आखिर ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? इस प्रकार से मुझे बार बार पैसा क्यों देने की कोशिश हो रही है? पिता का आखिरी प्रश्न है कि जो डीसी सेंट्रल है, इंदिरा मुखर्जी और कई आईपीएस ऑफिसर्स, ये जो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके झूठ के तथ्य को रख रहे हैं, वो तथ्य पूरी तरह से सरासर झूठ है। इसलिए उन तथ्यों पर ध्यान नहीं दिया जाए। एक वीडियो भी इनके पिताजी का पहले दिखाया गया था जिसमें वो कह रहे थे कि हमें किसी ने पैसा देने की कोशिश नहीं की। उन्होंने उसका भी आज खुलासा किया है, उससे भी पर्दा हटाया है कि जब बिटिया की जघन्य तरह से मौत हुई उसके पश्चात कुछ पुलिस अधिकारी हमारे घर आए थे और उन्होंने कहा कि देखिए, अगर आप चाहते हैं कि इन्वेस्टिगेशन ठीक ठाक तरीके से हो और इन्वेस्टिगेशन में हम किसी प्रकार से त्वरितता दिखाएं, तो आप जो हम कह रहे हैं वही वीडियो में कहिए। आप कहिए कि हम ठीक कर रहे हैं और हमने आपको पैसा देने की कोशिश नहीं की। इसलिए कौन सा पिता या कौन सी माता नहीं चाहती है कि उनके बच्चे के मृत्यु का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है वो त्वरित गति से हो, वो शीघ्र हो। तो स्वाभाविक है इसमें भी पिता के ऊपर प्रेशर डाल के उनसे जो वीडियो लिया गया है उसके विषय में कल खुलासा हुआ है। जब तक मुख्यमंत्री ममता बनर्जी और विनीत गोयल कमिश्नर कलकत्ता अपने पद पर
Right, Samit Patra there reiterating all the issues that were raised by the family yesterday in regard to the money that was paid for the cremation that wasn't taken by the father. Why was there a hurry to cremate the body when the family was keen on preserving the body? We have my colleague Saurabh joining us. Saurabh, take us through, Samit Patra there highlighting all the points that were raised by the family yesterday while attacking the TMC.
Yes, this is something we've been reporting since the morning, and of course the BJP now also raising this issue in that press conference in the afternoon, in the day. In fact, even yesterday when we've been reporting, we reported these allegations made by the family. Now, of course, the BJP has also, joined, forces with this allegation, and of course has held that press conference in Delhi where they've made these, highlighted these very serious allegations that have been made by the family. Now, this is of course an ongoing, developing story, and of course these allegations are very serious in nature. I've been reporting all day today, and therefore it will be seen in the context of the investigation. However, the fact is that all these allegations have to now be investigated by the CBI, and the CBI will have to see where these allegations are, and actually did something like this. If there was money offered, why was that money offered in the first place? What was the motive behind offering money to the family? These are very serious allegations, and the CBI will also have to look at it in its investigation.
Yesterday we spoke with the TMC and they said that, in such cases, the government takes charge of the cremation and the last rites, and they try to say that the money that was paid for the cremation was something that was standard procedure. But why was the family offered money is a question altogether different from the money that was paid for the cremation. But Samit Patra, they're raising, that issue as well, because that is the issue that's been raised by the family as to why were they not given the responsibility of the cremation, and why was that responsibility taken away from them. So, of course, many questions are including why was there a delay when it comes to the filing of the FIR. In other news, let's get you some international news now. And protesters carrying mock coffins draped with Israeli flags made their way through a demonstration in Tel Aviv on Thursday, demanding a deal to release the remaining hostages held in Gaza. The coffins represented the hostages who were captured alive on the 7th of October last year and whose bodies were recovered by the Israeli military over nearly 11 months of fighting in Gaza. Protesters also lit a bonfire during the protests, with police arriving quickly at the scene to extinguish the flames. The Prime Minister on Wednesday had said that Israel must keep open-ended control of Gaza's border with Egypt, deepening his stance on an issue that has threatened to derail ceasefire efforts. Netanyahu's comments came as the United States is developing a new proposal for a ceasefire and hostage release deal in hopes of ending the nearly 11-month-old war. Health workers started vaccinating children against polio in the southern part of the Gaza Strip on Thursday after concluding the first phase of the immunization campaign in the territory's central areas. The vaccines are being administered by local healthcare crews in coordination with UNICEF and the WHO as an urgent step to avert a polio outbreak after health officials confirmed the first reported polio case in 25 years, a 10-month-old boy now paralyzed in the leg. Polio has been eradicated from all countries in the world, but two, that's Afghanistan and Pakistan. So the resurgence of polio after 25 years of no cases in the occupied Palestinian territory creates a lot of anxiety in the global public health community and for WHO as well, especially for children who had potentially become paralyzed, is what the WHO's regional director had to say. There's still a risk that polio could become an outbreak at the regional or global level all over again. And summer of 2024 sweltered to the year's hottest on record, making it even more likely that this year will end up as the warmest humanity has measured so far, is what was said by the European Climate Service Copernicus. And if this sounds familiar, that's because the records that the globe shattered were set just last year, as human-caused climate change with a temporary boost from El Nino keeps dialing up the temperature and extreme weather, is what the scientists had to say. The northern meteorological summer, June, July and August, averaged 16.8 degrees Celsius, according to Copernicus. That's 0.03 degrees Celsius warmer than the old record, which was set in 2023. Copernicus records go back to 1940, but American, British and Japanese records, which started in the middle of the 19th century, show that the last decade has been the hottest since regular measurements were taken and likely in about 120,000 years, according to some scientists. The August of both 2024 and 2023 tied for the hottest August globally at 16.82 degrees Celsius. July was the first time in more than a year that the world did not set a record, a tad behind 2023. But because June 2024 was so much hotter than June 2023, this summer as a whole has been the hottest. A 14-year-old boy will be charged with murder after 4 people were killed and 9 others injured in a shooting that took place at a Georgia high school. Georgia state officials have arrested Colin Gray, the father of the 14-year-old called Gray, who is suspected in the deadly shooting that took place at that high school. The incident on the 4th of September resulted in 4 deaths and 9 injuries. The 4 included 2 fellow students and 2 teachers. Colin Gray, age 54, faces multiple charges including 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder and 8 counts of cruelty to children. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, it has emerged that the FBI has intervened and interviewed him last year after receiving an anonymous tip about online threats to commit a school shooting, but agents did not end up arresting him at that time.
With District Attorney Brad Smith, the GBI has arrested Colin Gray, age 54, in connection to the shooting here at Appalachia High School. Colin is Colt Gray's father that was arrested yesterday. He is charged with the following: 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. Mr. Gray, these charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon.
And Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty to a revised set of criminal charges over his alleged attempts to overturn the result of the 2020 election. The former U.S. president, who is the Republican candidate for this year's presidential contest in November, faces 4 charges of using false claims of voter fraud to undermine the election results and prevent President Joe Biden being certified as the winner. The new indictment brought in August was revised after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that former presidents have broad immunity from criminal prosecution. Mr. Trump's lawyers have argued that the judge should not begin weighing the impact of the immunity ruling until December, after the elections are over. If Donald Trump wins the election, he is expected to order the U.S. Justice Department to drop those charges. On Wednesday, the candidates agreed on the ground rules for their first TV debate. The ABC has hosted the event in Philadelphia, will use the same rules and format as the debate that took place in June between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Well, the microphones will be live only for the candidates whose turn it is to speak, and the upcoming debates are seen as potentially pivotal. Smiling Vladimir Putin said that Russia will support Kamala Harris as he gave an interview while attending the Eastern Economic Forum in Russia. The Russian president also spoke about Ms. Harris's infectious laugh and criticized former President Donald Trump's sanctions on the country. Mr. Putin's comments have been met with criticism, with the United States Security Council spokesperson John Kirby saying that Mr. Putin ought to stop talking about our elections, period. He shouldn't be favoring anybody one way or another. And Hunter Biden pleaded guilty to federal tax charges on Thursday to avoid facing another criminal trial months after the president's son was convicted in a separate gun case. President Joe Biden's son entered the surprise plea hours after jury selection was supposed to begin in federal court in Los Angeles. The case brought by the Justice Department has accused Hunter Biden of a scheme to avoid paying at least $1.4 million in taxes. Hunter Biden was already facing the prospect of potential prison time after his conviction in June on 3 felony gun charges. It's the latest twist in the long-running legal saga of the president's son. He was supposed to avoid trial in both cases under a plea deal that was made last year with prosecutors that fell apart after the judge raised questions about it. And the New Democrats had kept Trudeau in power in return for increased social spending. Now, with this fallout, this will force Justin Trudeau to attempt to create a new alliance to govern. Also, the withdrawal of the left-leaning New Democratic Party, the NDP, from its agreement with the Liberals could bring forward an election months earlier. For a fall election to take place, the Trudeau government would have to either petition the Governor-General to dissolve the Parliament or fall on a confidence vote. If the latter were to happen, Justin Trudeau would become the 8th Prime Minister in Canada's history and 3rd in a row. French President Emmanuel Macron named chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier as the country's new Prime Minister on Thursday. At 73, Barnier is modern France's oldest Prime Minister, taking from its youngest, Gabriel Attal, who is 35 years of age. Macron has pinned his hopes on the relatively unknown politician's conservative stance on immigration to win the far-right's backing in a divided parliament, which has so far given its cautious approval. But the far left, which has the largest number of seats, called the appointment undemocratic. Barnier, who promised a rupture and change, will face a daunting first task. Analysts have argued that steering tough legislation like the 2025 budget through a hung parliament while under constant threat of being toppled. A French woman whose husband admitted in court to repeatedly drugging her so she could be raped by other men has testified on her years-long ordeal in the public trial of 51 of her alleged abusers, including him. Ross Cullen has, in fact, this is what was really said, that it was the husband who was drugging her so that other men could rape her. A new infrastructure finance bridge has been launched between India and the City of London Corporation. This finance bridge will help unlock international investment opportunities by way of expediting roadblocks and propelling growth and construction. The initiative is a brainchild of India's Niti Aayog, which hopes to get London to share its expertise and experience in India's cities with international investment. And Uganda marathon runner Rebecca Cheptegei, who competed in the recent Paris Olympics, has died days after an ex-boyfriend threw petrol and set her ablaze. She was all of 33 years, had been fighting for her life at a Kenyan hospital since Sunday when the horrific act occurred near her house. As per reports, she had won gold at the World Mountain and Trail Running Championship in Thailand in 2022, was rescued by neighbors after the incident. The attacker also sustained some injuries. Tens of thousands of Catholics gathered in Jakarta to attend a mass led by Pope Francis at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. Pope Francis has held a holy mass as part of his visit to Indonesia. Earlier, the Pope and the Grand Imam of Southeast Asia's largest mosque had promised to fight religiously inspired violence and protect the environment, issuing a joint call for interfaith friendship and common cause at the heart of France's visit to Indonesia. Indonesia has the world's largest Muslim population, is committed to religious freedom, and which has been enshrined in the constitution, but this hasn't been challenged by repeated instances of discrimination and violence against religious minorities. From January of 2021 to July of this year, there were at least 123 cases of intolerance, including rejection, closure or destruction of places of worship and physical attacks.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra comes with Google Gemini.
ED raids are taking place at the ex-principal's residence early this morning. The Supreme Court in fact, it's the victim's mother who's written to a letter asking for support as far as her fight for justice is concerned, just the way that her teachers had supported her in becoming a doctor on the occasion of Teachers' Day. And in the countdown to the polls in Haryana, the Chief Minister is trying to pacify some leaders, meeting former Minister Karandev Kamboj, and the first list there has sparked trouble for the BJP in Haryana. And hours after a video surfaced on social media in which TDP leader was seen misbehaving with a woman in a hotel, the party has suspended him. She alleged that the MLA was sending her vulgar messages on the phone. In a major bureau, this is a reshuffle that we are seeing. Over 100 IAS officers have been transferred in Rajasthan, the Bajrang government's first administrative rejig, with 4 women officers getting plump positions. The new Rajasthan government is backing officers with a clean image.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate, let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Landslide devastation in Kerala's Wayanad. Join NDTV's initiative. Donate for Kerala.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead.
From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show.
breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
Hi, I'm Shreya Saran. Kerala's Wayanad area is hit by devastating landslides, resulting in loss of lives and livelihood. Kerala needs your help right now. Let's join NDTV initiative. Come, donate. Let's rebuild Wayanad.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient. "10 years of Banega Swasth India, we have grown and achieved so many milestones. And now I have a plan to beat the urgency, to stop breathing with difficulty, to relieve getting choked with inactivity. Energize our government, our environment, our society, and ourselves. Everyone, everywhere, every day. Banega Swasth India. One world hygiene.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated.
And she helped bring forth several cases of sexual harassment against Brijbhushan Sharan Singh. Congress leader said that the party has discussed the prospect of two contesting the polls from Julana and Badli in Haryana. In fact, Mallikarjun Kharge tweeted, "Chak de India, Chak de Haryana, meeting our talented champions Vinesh and Bajrang, who have made India proud in the world at 10 Rajaji Marg. We are proud of both of you." With Vinesh and Bajrang joining Congress party, the media has questioned Sakshi Malik about her intentions as well. Where does she expect her career to go? So let's listen into what Sakshi Malik, the winner of Olympic medal in 2016, had to say.
देखो उन्होंने शायद आज पार्टी ज्वाइन की है और करेंगे मतलब, और वो रिज़ाइन देने आ रहे हैं, तो ये उनका व्यक्तिगत फैसला है, पर्सनल चॉइस है उनकी कि वो पार्टी में जाना चाहते हैं। बाकी मेरा मानना ये है कि कहीं ना कहीं हमें त्याग कर देना चाहिए और बाकी जो हमारा जो आंदोलन था, जो बहन बेटियों की लड़ाई थी, वो उसको गलत रूप ना दिया जाए। मैं अभी भी उस पर डट के खड़ी हूँ। महिलाओं के लिए जो रेसलिंग में जो शोषण होता था और जो हमारा आंदोलन है वो अभी भी मेरी तरफ से बिल्कुल जारी है।
Well, that was Sakshi Malik, the winner of 2016 Olympic Games in Rio. She had won the bronze medal there, talking about her compatriot and fellow wrestler Vinesh Phogat, who resigned from her job in Indian Railways to enter into a second career, a career in politics. We are joined by my colleague Gurpreet Chinnav for more on this story. Gurpreet, do you see that Vinesh Phogat's second innings as a politician could turn out to be as successful as the first? Do you see that she will be able to get as much support in her base that she is wanting to contest from?
Well, this is yet to be seen, but as of now, it seems she wanted to go for politics, and the Congress party within Haryana, they have already given this opportunity to join the Congress party, and now they are going to talk about her political career. They are going to discuss about her political career, and we have seen multiple times the former Chief Minister of Haryana, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, has already made it very clear these sports person, they can come and anytime join the Congress party, and if they want to contest the election, they will also think over their constituencies also. So let's see, because if we can talk about the which seat she is going to get and from which constituency she is going to fight for the elections, that is yet to be seen, because Congress is going to do a 360-degree discussion on a various constituency before making any announcement, because they are also taking precaution. We have seen in the BJP 67 candidates have been declared after there is lot of resentment among the leaders and supporters of the BJP, because they feel why they are not able to get ticket from the party. Now, keeping in view of all these circumstances, what we have learned, even the Congress is also trying to understand this situation on the ground, and that is one of the reasons why they are discussing at length before making any announcement. If we can talk about these sports person who had just joined the Congress party, they are also saying, what we have learned from the sources within the Congress, they are keen to contest the election, but now the party will take decision. And the way we have seen the 2 or 3 meetings have been held between the party leader, it seems the party has already made its mind to give them tickets so that they will be able to get political mileage from their sports career. So let's see that whether these sports persons will be able to make a proper way in politics or not, that is yet to be seen.
Gurpreet, you know, with these two joining the Congress party, Vinesh and Bajrang, would you say that it will give Congress party a shot in the arm, because sports happen to play a key role in the state and perhaps in states' politics as well?
Well, first we have to tell our viewers also why this whole things have been unfolded within a few days. We have seen these two people are very vocal against the ruling party, and we have seen the one thing and one main formula which the Congress is trying to encash at this point of time. They are trying to encash those people who are very vocal against the ruling party, and they are trying to encash the anti-incumbency within the state and against the BJP party. So they were able to get their way in politics through this system, and now we have seen the Congress party, they are trying to make them proactive within the party, because they feel they have a mass following within the state. And as we all know, Haryana is full of sports person, and a lot of sports person are also having a mass following here in the state of Haryana. So it seems sometimes we have seen they have also decided to make them star campaigning all over Haryana, so that they will be able to gain political mileage from their mass following.
A lot of emphasis is actually given to sports in the state of Haryana, and the politicians try to draw mileage out of the brilliant performance of some of the sports person, and they have done so in the past by announcing huge rewards for these sports persons whenever they have come back from multidisciplinary games like the Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, or even the Olympic Games. Thank you very much, Gurpreet, for joining us with all of that. Well, what we do know now is that Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia, they are on your screen. The two Olympian wrestlers are joining Congress party today. They have been face of the wrestlers' protest earlier this year, earlier in 2023, when the wrestlers were protesting against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh because of many accounts of sexual harassment. Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia took to street protest for in support of the wrestlers who had come out one after another protesting against the autocracy in Wrestling Federation and against the Wrestling Federation, the then boss, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Lots of water has flown under the bridge. Since then, Bajrang Punia, who was one of the star wrestlers of India, could not qualify for the Paris Olympic Games. His wrestling career took a downturn. In fact, though Vinesh Phogat moved to another weight category, qualified for the Paris Olympic Games, and then in a gold medal match, he was disqualified for being overweight. But today is another story about these two wrestlers. It is about their second innings, which happens to be in Haryana's state politics. I'm joined by my colleague Ishika for more on this story. Ishika, we were talking about the two star wrestlers of India, the two Olympian wrestlers, Bajrang Punia and about Vinesh Phogat, who have decided to take a plunge into politics, perhaps will be contesting in the Haryana elections. Tell us the kind of support that you see that they are garnering right now from within the party. Of course, we've been speaking to Gurpreet about the support that they will get perhaps from the constituency, from the party workers, if they try to contest from 2 seats in Haryana. But within the party, because there is a tug of war over tickets in Haryana Congress now with what has happened to BJP. Really, Congress is very closely weighing their options. Do you see that there will be an unanimous decision so far as their candidature is concerned?
Well, Rika, if we talk about the support that, these two wrestlers, veteran wrestlers will be getting from inside the party, first let me tell you that we have seen that, the two big leaders of the Congress party that we are talking about, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi themselves, in fact, have seen, have shown how much, they actually support Vinesh and Bajrang Punia. We already saw how Rahul Gandhi himself, took a meeting with Vinesh Phogat and Bajrang Punia on September 4, after which actually the speculation of these two leaders, of these two wrestlers, in fact, joining the Congress party, was fueled. Now, certainly, if we talk about Congress leader Dipinder Hooda, we have seen that from the time that they were in wrestling, from that time itself, we have seen the kind of support that Dipinder Hooda, a very senior leader of Congress from Haryana, in fact, has shown for these two big names, from the Wrestling Federation. Now, if we talk about, right now also, let me first show you the visuals that we are getting you from the Congress headquarters. As you can see, all of this, Rika, these are the supporters that have come from Haryana for showing their support to, in fact, Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat, because in just some time from now, we are expecting both of them will be arriving here, and then, they will be officially joining the Congress party. Remember that they have already met, in fact, the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, and after some time, they are going to reach here and they are going to officially join the Congress party. Now, after what kind of impact it will have certainly on Haryana polls, well, certainly, these two are big names, veteran wrestlers. So after they
Ishika, they have arrived on the stage right now as we get you those pictures of Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat with senior party leaders on the stage at the Congress party headquarters. And we do know now it is the moment when these two stalwarts of the world of wrestling, having won several medals, national, international, Olympic, are now sitting on that stage. Bajrang Punia, of course, was one of the stars, brightest stars that India produced and medaled at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Vinesh Phogat went very, very close in Paris, but could not claim the medal. But however, Vinesh's name will be written in golden letters so far as Asian wrestling and Commonwealth wrestling is concerned, because she has been able to achieve many laurels. This, of course, is about their second innings, and their second innings in the world of politics as both the stars join Congress party.
ऐसे दो साथियों का हम स्वागत करने के लिए यहाँ इकट्ठे हुए हैं। सबसे पहले मैं हरियाणा के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष श्री उदय भान जी से आग्रह करूंगा कि इनका वो स्वागत कहें, दो शब्द आप कहें।
हमारे ऑल इंडिया कांग्रेस कमेटी के जनरल सेक्रेटरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आदरणीय श्री वेणुगोपाल जी, हमारे हरियाणा प्रदेश के इंचार्ज जनरल सेक्रेटरी आदरणीय श्री दीपक बावरिया जी, आदरणीय श्री पवन खेड़ा जी, आज जो हमारी पार्टी में सम्मिलित होने जा रहे हैं, हिंदुस्तान का गौरव, जिन्होंने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर दुनिया में पूरा अपनी प्रतिभा का जो परिचय दिया और इस देश की आम जनमानस का दिल जीतने का काम किया, आदरणीय हमारी बेटी विनेश फोगाट, श्री बजरंग पूनिया, दोनों ने ओलंपिक में जिस तरह से अपनी प्रतिभा का प्रदर्शन किया, पहले बजरंग जी ने और अब फिलहाल के जो अभी फ्रांस में हुए, जिस तरह से विनेश हमारी बेटी ने दुनिया की जो सबसे बड़ी पहलवान को चित्त करने का काम किया, उसने पूरे हिंदुस्तान की जनता का दिल जीतने का काम किया। और हम सभी हरियाणा वासियों को तो बहुत बड़ा गौरव है कि हमारे हरियाणा से ऐसी हमारी बेटी ने जन्म लिया, हमारी प्रतिभावान जो हमारी देश की जो खेल के स्तर पर जो ऊंचा बढ़ाने का काम किया, आज वो हमारी पार्टी में शामिल हो रही हैं। अभी वो खेल के अखाड़े में थी और राजनीति के अखाड़े में उतर रही हैं। मैं उनका हरियाणा प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी की तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं।
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष जी। मैं माननीय केसी वेणुगोपाल जी, हमारे महासचिव संगठन से आग्रह करूंगा कि एआईसीसी की तरफ से वो दो शब्द कहें।
धन्यवाद। Today is the big day of Indian National Congress. A proudful moment for all of us to join Vinesh Phogat ji and Bajrang Punia ji inside the platform of Indian National Congress. Vinesh ji, hailing a family from wrestlers, when she was 9 years old, her father was shot dead in front of the house of a relative of her family. Can you imagine that? When a girl child was 9 years old, her own father shot dead nearby the family premises. But Her conscious mind brought her here. Her braveness brought her here. Her courage brought her here. Becoming a three-time Olympian, having completed in 3 different weight classes, 48 kg in 2016, 53 kg in 2020, and 50 kg in 2024. In 2024, she became the first Indian woman wrestler to have reached finals at the Olympic Games. However, we know, most disappointed news, India heard that point of time she had been disqualified. In the same games, she had also become the first international wrestler to defeat the then reigning Olympic champion Yu Sasaki. After her disqualification, she announced retirement. One of the very sad news again, after her father's death, murder. Second sad news faced by Vinesh ji. That is not only for Vinesh ji, for entire country, the retirement from Olympics field. You know her journey, completely her journey, you know that. The moment she led, along with the Bajrang Punia ji and other wrestlers, they took up their cases of self-respect, decency in their field, which is totally denied by the Wrestlers Association of India. Entire country stood with him, her, and these people. We, Indian National Congress, I proudly say that Rahul Gandhi ji, Priyanka Gandhi ji, Mallikarjuna Kharge ji, all senior leaders and all leaders of India Alliance also stood with her, stood with them for their genuine causes, for fighting against the injustice which happened to them. Not only they stood for their field, they fought for the Kisan of this country. You can witness that. When Kisan agitation happened, they are there with the Kisans. They fought for Agniveer. When they are in great difficulties, this is the social commitment of these great players, great wrestlers. That is why Indian National Congress is very proud to accept them in this party. Leaders will come through movements. These two people came through a biggest movement in this country. Now somebody is criticizing, I saw that these are all the conspiracy, Congress conspiracy. So many athletes are in different parties. So many Olympians are also in different parties. Is that also a part of conspiracy? Now we are very proud that I am again telling these big stalwarts of Indian sports history led a movement. They know that which party has to trust through their experience. They completely know about that. Therefore, they chosen Indian National Congress as their party. This is what happened. Bajrang Punia ji, I don't want to introduce much because everybody knows Bajrang Punia ji, an Indian freestyle wrestler who complete in the 65 kg weight category at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Punia won bronze medal there. Prominently advocated farmers' cause everywhere. Now, he requested, what was the request from him, sir? I am very much happy to say that. Our Congress President and Rahul Gandhi was also very much happy by hearing the request. He told, I need to have a platform in the party to work for the farmers of this country. Actually, it is a very, very proudful moment for us. He protested against the 3 farm laws and protested for Agniveer scheme. Punia is the only Indian wrestler to win 4 medals at the World Wrestling Championship. He won a gold medal at the Asian Wrestling Championship held in 2017 and 29.